What's happening? What's happening? Yeah, y'all know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. And when you come in the building, hit that like button and jump in the comments and let me know you in the building. What's happening with it, fam? Just do boxing in the building. Salute. James in the building. Jose Diaz, the champ, Mike Oliver in the building. Johnson, Jaime Darrell, the Loach, what it do? Big Nick 32, what's happening with it? Yeah. Oh yeah. Man. Yeah, if y'all I don't know if y'all got up this morning to watch that fight, but hey, Inoue is a problem. He been a problem, but god damn. But yeah, as y'all come in the building, like I said, hit the like button. Another show. We're going to have another hell of a show for y'all today. And we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to cook on. The Assassin DLJ, what's happening with it? And like I said, hit the like button if you come in the building. And excuse me for a minute. I'm trying to get some food in my system. Bruce Gas Boxing, what's happening with it? The OD. And he don't smoke nothing but that good gas. Dr. Pablo, what it do? Dundada said, wow, wow, wow. That wow, wow, wow. Hey, Dundada, I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you, Dundada. You know what I'm saying? It's an argument. You know what I'm saying? It's an argument. That boy is a problem. But yeah, like I said, y'all come as you come in the building, make sure that y'all smash that like button. And we got a lot to cook on today. I know what fight I want to see though, Dundada. I want to see Inoue move up and face Cool Boy Steph. Now, I mean, if he don't, I understand because, you know, he done already went through what? 3-4 weight classes already. But, you know, it's not that big of a move, 4 pounds. That's to me, as far as a fan, that's a super fight to me. You know what I'm saying? That's a super fight to me. That's the fight I want to see. Keith Johnson, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah. A lot going on in boxing. I think this weekend, we got Edgar Berlanga. I believe Edgar Berlanga's fighting again this weekend. And shit, I wouldn't be surprised if Edgar Berlanga took an L. Edgar Berlanga ain't it. He ain't it. Yeah, Jose Diaz, I want to see him fight Scooter. Rolling Red, what's happening with it? Y'all give me a quick second, real quick. All right, Tavares Harris, what's happening with it? What it do? Man, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, so let's talk about it. A lot of things going on in boxing. A lot. Inoue versus Nonito Donaire today, the rematch. You know, a fight that I had been wanting to see a rematch for a long time. You know, it took place today. Well, this morning, early this morning. And you know, I was able to watch it, you know, shit. I didn't have no choice but to be up. My baby was up and he was acting the fool. So, you know, I got a chance to watch that fight, and I mean, it ain't really too much to say. Nonito Donaire, he came out, he tried, but Inoue he was just overmatched. Inoue was just on a whole different level this morning. You feel me? Inoue was on a whole different level this morning, and shit, he pretty much walked through Nonito Donaire like wet tissue paper. He tore through him like wet tissue paper. And I was rooting for Donaire because I like Nonito Donaire and his wife Rachel. You know, they real good people. And it, you know what I'm saying, it messed me up to see Nonito Donaire get destroyed like that. But he was overmatched. And he pretty much knew that he was overmatched. Inoue, he came out from the jump. He didn't let Nonito Donaire get warmed up, and he jumped right on him. And, you know, he started hitting him with bombs, big body shots, head shots. And Inoue's the problem, man. He has, to me, he kind of got the whole package. He got the footwork, he got the hand speed, he got the explosiveness, and he got explosive power. And nobody at that weight division is gonna be able to fuck with him. Can't nobody at that weight division mess with him. Nobody at 118 can mess with him. So he needs to go ahead and jump up that 4 pounds and fight Scooter. He needs to jump up 4 pounds and fight Scooter. Cause real talk, it really ain't no use for him to stay down at 118. I mean, he didn't pretty much beat everybody at 118. He didn't pretty much beat everybody. Knockout. What's happening with it? Knockout. William Old School Arnett. What's happening with it? Yeah, so Knockout, I know you watched that fight this morning. I know your ass watched it. Man, like I said, I was looking for it to be a much more competitive fight. But I don't know if Donaire looked old, because Donaire, he was trying. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really that Donaire old, because to me, usually when you look old, you can't get off. You feel me? You keep your hands in your pockets and you can't get off. But he really didn't look old like that. He just was overmatched. You know what I'm saying? He was overmatched. To me, he was just in there with somebody that was much faster, much more explosive, and just better all around. Tavares Harris said he'll take Scooter over Inoue. Yeah, that'd be a much different fight because Scooter is way bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? I don't even mean height wise. I just mean like just, you know, mass and size. But looking at that fight, I ain't gonna lie. I asked myself, man, Detroit, BC, what's happening with it? I asked myself, I said, man, is Inoue, is he top pound for pound? Is he top pound for pound? You know, and it'd be hard for me to really answer that question because a lot of them dudes at them little bitty weight classes like that, you know, them other weight classes that he went through, a lot of them dudes I ain't know like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know a lot of them cats like that. So, but seeing him in the way, you know what I'm saying, every time I see him fight, like when he destroyed Donaire and Maloney and all of them, you know, hey, it's an argument that he is the top pound for pound fighter in the world. But, you know, like I said, it's an argument. He wasn't my top pound for pound fighter, but I don't have a problem with nobody putting him, you know, in the top 3 for sure. But, you know, what y'all think? Where y'all think that Inoue is on the pound for pound list? Is he top 3? Is he top 5? Motherfucker got skills, man. And he's 29 years old. I believe he in his prime now. You know what I'm saying? He's in his prime now. And yeah, he could go for sure. and y'all hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? I see they ain't really sending out the notifications like that. But y'all hit the like button. Smash on the like button so they can get them notifications sent out. W right side, what's happening with it? In the old school said he number 6 on his. Keith Johnson say he top 5. Dundada say top 3, no question. Marvin Banks say he don't know the division enough, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I respect that, because some people just shit on it, but he keeping it real. Like, I don't know that division enough. That's what I was saying before. Like, them lower divisions that he was in before 118, I ain't really know a lot of them cats, so you know I couldn't really assess him like that. DJ Black Charm, what's happening with it? Mox G, what it do? Mox G said Nonito is hold on. He says Nonito is the best name on his resume, and he's past his prime. Not impressive, even though he's a good little fighter, like Floyd say. Nah, he's better than a good little fighter. Motherfucking Inoue can fight his ass off. That motherfucking special. What's happening with it? Coach in the building. What it do? William Old School. OTB boxing class. What's happening with it? Dundada. What's happening with it? And yeah, I'm on my computer so I can shoot out some links. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want some links, I'm gonna shoot out some links in your email. I see coaches in the building. I see OTB in the building. Knockout. If you want to hop on, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Hold on. There we go. KQKC Boxing Network, the singing OG in the building. Wow. Yeah. Keith Johnson say Rasheed Warren versus Inoue would be a good fight to see. Yeah, that's a good fight, but I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Inoue put Rasheed Warren dick in the dirt. He'll make Rasheed Warren shit down his leg. Rasheed Warren cool, but like I said, Rasheed Warren was a great amateur, not so much a great professional. You know, he cool. He ain't no A-class level fighter in the pros though. I like Nuke. I fuck with Nuke, but I'm just keeping it 100. And I know OTB don't want to hear that, but hey, Joe Jack say if he's special, he beat Scooter easy. He won't fight him though, bruh. Why he gotta beat Scooter easy to be special? You gotta make that make sense. Joe Jack, you sound like you my guy, but you sound like you hating on the man for some reason, right? Why is he only special if he go beat Scooter easy? First of all, ain't nobody supposed to beat Scooter easy. Why he gotta beat him easy? I mean, just even if he able to beat him, that shit is great beyond greatness. If he able to go that high up in weight and beat him. Inoue is a very small dude. You know what I'm saying? I think he done already been through 4 weight classes already. Now you saying that he got to go up to 2, right? Another 4 pounds in weight. And you telling me he had to beat Stephen Fulton easy when Stephen Fulton is a pound for pound fighter himself? Bro, come on now, man. Okay, Dundada said he started at 108 pounds. So he got to go from 108 to 122, and you tell me he got to beat the man easy. Come on, man. Just get a man his credit. God damn. But yeah, I would like to see that fight because it really ain't nothing else for him to do at 118. Ain't nothing else for him to do at 118. So yeah, I would love to see that fight. Am I saying that I pick him to beat Cool Boy Steph? No. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'll pick him to beat Cool Boy Steph.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you got your phone off. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
But at the end of the day, I think it's a great fight for the fans that I would love to see. I really can't see him beating nobody like Cool Boy Steph because Cool Boy Steph is just too big for him. And when you got a great big fighter against a great small fighter, well, that size is gonna come in. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be a big advantage. Joe Jack says, I have no respect for those little weights personally. 4 divisions within 10 pounds, hell no. I mean, you got to make that make sense to me, bro. Like they still men, right? They still fighters. They still do great things just like these other men that's bigger than them. Like, how you not gonna have respect for them just because they in the smaller weight division, bro? I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
OTB, man, what did you get to watch that fight?
Yeah, you know, I was up. I was fucking with Inoue. We cooked for a minute. I was impressed by Inoue. Yeah, I mean, he did what he had to do, but I'm still like shit. The power is impressive, but like you were saying, he'll put Rashid Dick in the dirt, man. I think that anybody with some head movement and can fight in the pocket, yeah, I mean, you will fuck him up, man, because his head movement ain't the best. He got bad feet, yeah, I mean, and he don't jab. He don't really have an active jab. So if you do have an active jab where you can gain or you got a reach advantage on him and you understand boxing, Gary Antonio, you understand? And you can beat him. He's a very beatable fighter. Not taking nothing from his victory, though. His victory today, that was impressive. He did what he had to do. But Donaire was 39 years old, so let's keep it in perspective. You didn't beat a prime Donaire. Yeah, I mean, you did what you were supposed to do.
I disagree with you on that jab and footwork. I think that Inoue got real good footwork. I think he got a good jab. You know what I'm saying? That shit is a piss.
Yeah, he just don't use it. He just don't use it, bro.
As far as Rashid Warren, Nuke ain't fucking with Inoue, dog. I know you from Ohio, and I know that's your guy, right?
Man, you know I ain't going, Key.
I know that's your guy, but man, ain't no way in hell Nuke is fucking with Rashid Warren. Nuke ain't that nice in the pros, bro. He like, and I like Nuke. I fuck with him heavy, but he ain't that nice in the pros. Now, as far as an amateur, he probably one of the best amateurs, you know, to ever do it. But in the pros, man, Nuke ain't that, bro. And he gonna fucking with Inoue. He gonna get hurt. He gonna get hurt fucking with Inoue. He better now. Gary Antonio Russell, do Gary Antonio fight at what, 122, right? Or 118? Yep. He fight at 118, huh?
118.
So man, Gary Antonio Russell.
And I'll let them right behind each other in the WBA too. But Nuke, like behind Gary dude that just got. Go ahead, bro.
Gary Antonio Russell was calling for that fight, right? Now, with Gary Antonio Russell and Inoue, man, that's a different fight because Gary Antonio Russell, he have problems with pressure fighters that's kind of strong and rough. You know, what's that beat? The one that beat Vasil Lomachenko in his second fight.
Salido.
Toledo. Yeah. So Gary Antonio Russell, he have difficulty with fighters that fight kind of like a Orlando Salido. That's rough. That's gonna do a whole bunch of shit, push you back to the ropes and grapple
Right.
with you and all of that. Now, Inoue is not that type of fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Gary Antonio Russell, he got a better chance than beating Inoue because the style of fighter that Gary Antonio Russell struggled with, Inoue's not that type of fighter. They both got speed. You know what I'm saying? They both got footwork. All that. But let me keep it real. As far as up to this point, Inoue looked better to me. He didn't show me more than Gary Antonio Russell up to this point. It's a good fight, real good competitive fight. I think that is a fight that I forgot about in that weight division that I would love to see, you know.
Right.
But other than that, who else is there for Inoue to fight at 118?
Yeah, because Rigo, if Rigo come back, yeah, I mean, but we don't know which Rigo gonna come back, and he old too. You feel me? He old too.
I told y'all, I don't ever want to see Rigo in the ring on my TV again, ever. I don't ever want to see him again, dog. When that nigga Joel Casimir, when that nigga Rigo ran for 12 rounds. Now y'all talking about running? He literally ran. I had a screenshot of that nigga turn his back. It was in a full sprint in the middle of the fight. But nah, I don't want to see that ever again. And he just lost. Rigo actually just lost, bro.
Did he? I ain't know if he had been back since his
last fight that he fought, he lost. Yeah, so he lost to Casimiro. How you say Casimiro?
I don't know. Casimiro. I call him Casimiro.
Casimiro. Yeah. He lost to Casimiro, and then he came back and he lost again. I believe he lost in his last fight. Let me look that up. I don't want to lie on this man.
Yeah, because Casimiro just got stripped, and I thought that
Cloud Cafe said he got robbed. Man, if they had robbed, you don't deserve to win. That man ran. That man literally ran. Punches. He literally ran the whole fight, and he stopped every now and then to throw a punch and then run again.
And that was my thing. He never did engage. At least Casimiro came forward. At least he was trying to fight. Rigo wasn't even trying to fight in that fight.
That shit was embarrassing, bro. Yeah, he lost his last fight to Vincent Austrolabio. Vincent Austrolabio. I never heard of that dude. Dude was 17 wins and 3 losses. He was a Filipino cat too in Rigondeaux. Yeah, Rigondeaux lost to him. So Rigondeaux lost his last 2 fights.
Is Rigondeaux a Hall of Famer?
Is he a Hall of Famer? Yeah. Man. Yeah. I got to give it to him just because, in his prime, nobody was fucking with him. But, they blackballed him. They blackballed him. So we didn't really even get to see Rigo reach his, full potential, bro. Look how Bob Arum did him. Bob Arum had him over there and wouldn't give him no fights.
Facts.
After he did what he did to Donaire, you know what I'm saying? They pretty much blackballed him, bro.
Facts.
But, that's a mean little motherfucker, bro. I met him, right? I met him in Vegas, probably like 2015, somewhere around there. That motherfucker was mean as hell, bro. I said something to him like what's up, That motherfucker put his finger out and wagged his finger, told me no. Like, don't say shit to me. Motherfucker, I'll pick you up and body slam you.
This motherfucker 118 pounds.
Hey, yeah, motherfucker, I'll fucking goddamn rush you like an all-pro linebacker, nigga, and spear your ass.
And I'd have had book bags way more than that motherfucker.
Right. That motherfucker, he tiny, bro. I'm talking about he tiny. Like, nigga, the wind blow too hard, that nigga finna go with it.
Type shit. All them is though. When you walk up on Nuke, like Nuke little like that.
Yeah, they all the hella small. Little tiny motherfucker could crack too.
Oh,
Hey, but yeah, man. But so yeah, that fight was early in the morning, man. And Inoue did his thing, man. He did his thing. I want to see him move up and fight Scooter, but we probably won't get to see that fight. We probably Joe Jack crazy as hell, bro. Talking about I don't respect little men, neither. He's crazy as hell. But Inoue, man, like I said, man, he's a beast, bro. He did his thing. He's a beast. And I'm just waiting to see what's next for him. You feel me? I'm waiting to see what's next for him.
and shout out to Japan for jumping on the boxing, you know what I mean, on the boxing circuit. When you look at what, you know what I mean, they done have Murata, they got more boxers now, you know what I mean, and then really make you optimistic about the future for Japanese boxers. You feel me? When you see an Inoue with that type of power and you look at the success that he could have.
Yeah, man. They trying to jump off there. They trying to put on big shows. You know, they trying to put on big shows, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Before I move to the next subject, man, that motherfucker was playing the shit out that guitar. Hey, that entrance, I was fucking with that entrance, bro. Dude was playing the shit out that guitar.
Yeah,
I was fucking
he
with
did
that
too. He fucked it up.
Yeah, man, he was fucking that guitar up. I was like, man, this shit. I said, these motherfuckers in this bitch jamming. That shit was. I thought that shit was hard as hell, bro.
Hey, yeah, gotta say that. Shout out to boxing, man, because between Errol Spence entrance, you understand, we done had some good entrances this year, though. Like,
yeah, we really had though. You know what I'm saying? But that Errol Spence, dog, that shit was on another level because you know I came up fucking with Big T. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Big Tuck, that's my era right there. That Big Tuck DSR. And man, when Big Tuck came out, it's crazy, right? Now I'm gonna tell you a story. So I had messaged, you know what I'm saying, Earl, and I said, man, you need to come out to Big Tuck. And he didn't say nothing. He just, you know what I'm saying, like just liked it and shit, like liked the comment or whatever, right? And I said, you need to come out to Big Tuck. And this was way months and months before the fight. And so everybody was saying, I was telling everybody, I said, man, I said, man, it'd be dope as fuck if this nigga come out to Big Tuck, that Southside the realest. And everybody's like, nah, he finna come out to Yellow Beezy. He finna come out to Yellow Beezy. And I'm like, nah, man, if he come out to Big Tuck. So I didn't know he was gonna come out to Big Tuck. I ain't know he gonna come out to Big Tuck. Man, when he came out to Big Tuck, man, that goddamn stadium top almost blew off, man. Everybody lost their goddamn mind.
Man, when you watch the replay, bro, you ain't even have to be there. You could watch the stadium literally go crazy when that fucking song come on. Like, man, that's dope. Right. That's real iconic in boxing, man. That's dope.
Hell yeah. And for him to bring Tuck out with him, that shit dope. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, you got to respect EJ, man. He really put on for his city. You know what I'm saying? He really put on for his city like AB used to do for Ohio. Y'all remember that young nigga, but I'm Lotto. That shit was hard. When AB was coming up young, man, AB used to put on for Ohio.
Man, you ain't lying, boy.
That young nigga, but I'm Lotto. That shit was hard. What was that? Dirty Red. Man.
Yeah, Dirty Red. And then AB, when you go back and look at AB fights, now AB brought out a lot of rappers who blew up afterwards. You know what I mean? Like when you go back and really look at it, like and look at where them guys' careers was prior to you know what I mean?
And all them before like people knew who they was.
Talk like that shit. Talk that shit.
Man, AB, like I said, bro, I always said this. If AB was able to stay disciplined, right, and his skill set could match up with his mouth, AB would have been bigger than Floyd. If AB was able to beat everybody, if he was able to beat Marcos Madonna and then move on and just be that guy that everybody thought he was going to be, he would have been bigger than Floyd because
Facts.
he had way more charisma than Floyd. He could talk. He was funny. Like and he was just must see TV. He was must see TV. Floyd used to do some shit, but you could tell Floyd would be trying. Like, you know what I'm saying? He'd be trying too hard a lot. Like AB, that was just him. And he was a real street cat.
Yep. Gotta say that.
What you say?
I said, yeah, gotta say that.
Yeah. And so AB, man, AB he was pretty much the one that put boxing back on the map. Y'all forgetting, like people forget that when AB came on the scene heavy, boxing was on the downtrend. Like people wasn't really fucking with boxing. I remember it was a point around that time where you tell people that you know what I'm saying, oh man, I'm watching this boxing. You watching boxing? And get the clowning and shit. Like, yeah. And AB was the one that brought the rap scene back to boxing, that brought the casuals back to boxing. Like AB single-handedly, you know what I'm saying? But he just wasn't able to carry that. Like it was too much, you know what I'm saying? 21, 22, 23-year-old with the whole world knew who AB was.
That is
like you ask your mama who aged, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knew who AB was. He was a household name, but he just couldn't take it to that next level because he couldn't win. When he stepped up, he couldn't beat, you know, the top guys. But man, if I always say, if AB had been able to, you know, be what we thought he was gonna be and be undefeated and whoop everybody like that, I always wonder what level, how big would boxing be? How big would boxing be? You know what I'm saying? Because they were searching for another Mayweather, but as far as the charisma and in his mouthpiece and knowing how to sell a fight and all that, to me, he was better than Mayweather. He just didn't back it up in the ring.
And that's definitely accurate. And I ain't never thought about where he could have took the sport. Yeah, I mean, and you're right about that, man, because wasn't none of the next champions really sellable. He was sellable, he was available, and like you say, the hip-hop circuit took a liking to him. And a lot of these fighters really need to take a page out of that book, man, and really make themselves more marketable. Find you a rapper and get in the video. Yeah, I mean, let us see you in these elements. Let us see you outside the ring. And you understand, you'll be surprised where your marketability will go.
Right. Daddy, brush my hair, daddy. Hey, daddy. Hey, that nigga for real. That nigga said, Nicole Gazaway, will you brush my hair? I mean, he was doing shit that ain't nobody never seen before, bro. I ain't gonna lie, you couldn't tell me shit about AB. And I know some of my Mexican partners, man, they hated him. And we used to get into it, man. We used to get into it so tough, man, over AB, because they used to be hating on AB so much, man. They hated him. And then, man, I love me some AB. But I ain't gonna lie, when I stopped fucking with AB, and when he went out, I knew he was gonna lose to Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was gonna lose to Pacquiao. But when he went out there and the motherfucker threw three punches per round against Pacquiao, and then got on the microphone and tried to talk shit to Jim Gray, wanted to fight him and shit afterwards, and then told everybody, y'all know I beat that boy. Everybody know I beat that boy. I beat that boy. That shit pissed me off because I said, man, this motherfucker had 12 rounds to fight. He ain't fight. Now he want to fight the goddamn fucking the color commentator and shit. And then he gonna get on the microphone talking about everybody know he beat that boy. Y'all know I beat that boy.
So I got a question for you, Keith.
Yeah.
Coach, you too, man. Both of y'all, I want to know y'all answers to this. Which one was more iconic? The Floyd Mayweather, Larry Merchant, when Larry Merchant told him, if I was 50 years younger, I'd kick your ass? Or was it Jim Gray AB?
Nah, it was Floyd. It was Floyd because Floyd won. AB kind of looked like a clown to me because you had 12 rounds to fight, right? And then when you down, and then what made it worse, right? When you get to the 10th, 11th, and 12th round, nigga AB losing pretty much every round. And then nigga start running. He running, Pacquiao chasing him down. And I'm like, you supposed to be chasing Pacquiao down, and you ain't even trying to win. That was my thing.
38 years old.
He didn't try to win the fight. He was trying to survive to not get knocked out. But then all you did was try to survive, and then you get on the microphone and talk about fuck all y'all know I beat that boy. The hood know I beat that boy. Everybody know I beat that boy. And I'm watching the what the thing they have on the on Showtime is like the epilogue or some shit like that, where they show like, you know, what happened after the fight and all of that. And they showing during the fight, AB's sister and his mama, they sitting together, right? And when AB, right, when before they get ready to talk to AB, his sister say, Mom, I hope he don't fucking get on here and say nothing silly and shit. Like, oh my God. Because they was embarrassed because they know he had got his ass whooped. So his sister turned to his mom and said, man, I hope he don't get on this microphone and just say nothing silly. Like, and she put her head down and started shaking her head because she knew he was finna say some dumb ass shit. And AB mama was like, well, you know how Adrian is. You know how he is. So, and then he get on the microphone, he say that shit, bro. Hey, what's happening with it, Coach?
What up, Coach?
Happening, bro? How y'all doing?
Oh man, chilling, man.
Man, Adrian Broner started feeling himself too much, bro. He should have stayed at 135 and ran the show there. You know, I'm not gonna take away his accomplishments because he moved up and you know, he did win a title and everything, but he would have been better off because he was training hard. Then started feeling himself, and you know, you want to be up there because you admiring this other guy instead of be yourself and do what you do, and you want to go mess with the big boys. Well, it didn't work out like that because you wasn't ready for that. You wasn't ready for those guys at those heavier weights to just jump up in there with Marcus McDonald. You should have stayed at 135 and did your thing. But you saw them, Floyd and the money and all the fighters at that weight class, and you want to join the party when you're not ready for that. He didn't even go to one. He didn't go from 135 to 140. He just jumped up to 140. Right. You don't do that. That's retarded. And the people that's advising him, his coaches and everything, they were stupid for letting him do that. You know, they should have talked some sense into him. That's a gradual process. That's not a process. You got to be super special to do that. You can't just jump up in there with no heavy hitters like Marcus McDonald. You can't do that shit. And it ruined.
He fought Malignaggi first. He beat Malignaggi and then he fought McDonald.
You talking about a pillow fist.
See, Coach, I think one mistake that he made, right? I think he might have even been able to beat Marcos McDonald. But see, one big mistake that he made, though, right? One big mistake that he made, you got to around about the time when AB started, right after AB beat Antonio DeMarco, right? Right after that, that was his last best performance ever, right? After that, he started really, really being in the limelight, really partying real heavy. Remember, he missed weight against what was that Mexican dude? He missed weight. He had missed weight, you know what I'm saying, a couple times after that, right? And I think that he stopped perfecting his craft in the gym. Remember, after the Paulie Malignaggi, motherfucker went on a whole rap tour. He was walking around. He was walking around, right, at like 185 pounds. I'm talking about stomach big as hell. Went on a whole rap tour, and so all that time he could have been in the gym, training, perfecting his craft. So I think that he hurt himself. In fact is that ever since Antonio DeMarco fight, go back and look at all his performances. He's never improved since that fight. But where do you improve at? You improve in the gym. That's where the work is done.
The problem with Adrian Broner is there's examples throughout history. Throughout history of boxing, there's examples. There's examples of dedicated fighters and fighters that's not dedicated. There's examples of that. There's examples of good fathers and there's examples of shitty fathers in this sport. You know, as far as I'm concerned, Adrian Broner, that ain't shit. And I'm going to tell you why. There's no way, even to this day, I got one that just made 28 and I got one that's 21. Even to this day, if I tell them something and they know I mean it, they're not going to just go and defy me. They're not going to do that because I got good kids. And the thing is you letting this kid run around at that young age, knowing the shit that's out in the streets, but you from the streets and you don't understand that. You know, you can't be out in the streets and try to stay dedicated to something that it takes all of your dedication to do. This sport is not like football where you got off season where you could take a break. You could chill. You still got to work out a little bit, but you don't have to kill yourself. In boxing, it's different. You got to stay perfecting your craft.
Hell nah, coach. All sports like that. If you want to be great, that shit 12 months a year.
I mean, it's 12 months.
When your ass, because the second your ass sleeping, like I tell my kids, I coach, man. When your ass sleeping, there's somebody who up shooting, dribbling, batting, whatever sport it is you do. Yeah, I mean, that shit 12 months. You gotta want to be great. You gotta love that shit.
I agree with you, OGB. I don't want to speak for coach. He's a grown ass man. He the OG. But I think because boxing is so dangerous, like the way that you work on the shit, you always sparring. You always like gotta do shit. Whereas in basketball or football, like, yeah, you might work out, but you can just do some cone drills and shit. You can just go put some shots up and work. Working on boxing and shit, since it's so dangerous and shit, bro, you sparring and shit, you got to make sure your shit's sharp because you getting that bitch and die. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the difference, bro.
Both of my play college baseball. Right now, I got one. Well, he just had Tommy John, so he pretty much done. But he ain't
prayers for him, man.
Oh, he good. I mean, he good. It's just he don't have enough time because this is senior year coming up.
Yeah, but mentally, I mean, that's what I was saying. Mentally, I didn't say Tommy John really break people mentally, bro. Like, coach, like that's some.
Yeah, I mean, my oldest son graduated from college. He played ball. This young one, he about to graduate. Then he going to physical therapy school. So he good. But the thing is that, you know, all through the time when they were little, I took time and I was throwing in a cage and all of this. My son was one of the number one players in the country, bro. So, you know, so it's just a dedication that Adrian Broner, he didn't have. And it's because of guidance. And even with his coach, there's a guidance thing there. You have to have somebody, you see what's right and wrong. It's not like you haven't been in the gym with Floyd Mayweather. You saw the way this man trains like an animal. You saw how he dedicated his life. So if you want to be like him, because at that time he wanted to be like Floyd. I don't care what he say, I don't give a fuck. He wanted to be like Floyd. But you can't half-ass, because Floyd never half-ass. Even he could be a jerk off, he could be this, he could be that. He would lead a fucking club and just take off running. Shit like that. That's dedication, bro. That's wanting to be great. That's living a lifestyle. Of course, he got all these women and all of that shit. That's not neither here nor there. But he also didn't contaminate his body. When you're a boxer, you can't do that shit, bro. You can't do it. There's time to do that if you decide that you want, and that by that time it's too late, you ain't gonna want to do the shit.
And that's why I got to give a lot of credit to Errol Spence, man. He was on that same path.
Right. But you see, a tragedy hit that woke him up. You see what I'm saying? It was a tragedy. Something bad had to happen for him to get it, to start dedicating himself. Because once you become the man, you can't just sit here and try to take shortcuts, because it's not gonna work. And now he see, and thank God he see that. The thing is, you repeat the same fucking thing over and over and over and expect a different result.
That's insanity.
And that's a fool.
I think that, Coach, I think that, you know, the way that AB came up, like I said, I don't know nothing about his folks and everything, but I mean, I could see that the talent was there, but the discipline wasn't installed in them like that, because I heard that his twin brother, was better than he was.
Talk that shit.
And you know what I'm saying? And he got caught up, you know what I'm saying? He got heavy involved in the streets, but and that's discipline. He ain't had no discipline. And from everybody in the O, they told me that his brother was better than AB.
Yeah, he was. Facts. I signed off on that. I hopped on them and get gloves, Vance.
You know,
So
what's crazy, like I said though, okay, you see, you have examples. Now look, think about it like this. B-More is just rougher. B-More is rougher. Point blank, period. Now, you got this kid, of course he was doing shit because he was so young, but he had guidance. Just think about it. Tank's whole demeanor, his whole attitude, his whole life is different now. And he realized that he didn't have to go through, well, he done been through some shit.
Hey, and I've been to B-More coach. You can't dare tell me B-More rougher.
Man, you crazy.
Hell nah, man. It's
Crazy.
Smaller. B-More bigger than Cincinnati.
All it is. Them motherfuckers, bro, B-More is rough.
Yeah, I ain't saying it ain't, but yeah, I mean, when you had them condensed ass environments, like, yeah, I mean, them chains is harder to break. So,
you know,
but just something I will tell y'all about AB, man, dude, the opportunist. Like, yeah, I mean, when he got some homies who was rapping and they sold the beat to Lil Jon and Pitbull. Pitbull bought a beat from him for a bunch of money. But at that time, AB wasn't boxing and he thought he was gonna be a rapper. Yeah, you know I mean, so some people don't really love the sport. Yeah, you know I mean, some people opportunists, they take their opportunity, they see it, you understand? Shit, and they.
But he could
here talking about is it me or do Terrence Crawford look like Tommy Hearns? Hey, Paul Gaines, man, he's crazy as hell, bro.
Like I said, it's just a disappointment to what he went from at 135, because Adrian Broner used to let his hands go at 135. He used to box, he used to fight, he used to do it all at 135. And then when you
did y'all lose him? I can't hear him.
Yeah, you cut out
him too. Damn, coach.
Yeah, you on mute, coach.
That's your mute, coach.
He cut out.
Coach said, man, "Fuck it, I'll be back."
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it up though.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Can I say something on AB? Can I say something on AB just real quick?
Yeah, you good. Go ahead.
Look, bro, like, salute to him, 4 division champion. Hopefully he'll get into the Hall of Fame one day. And I don't know if Keith said this, so if I'm repeating him, I'm sorry. I know we probably got a lot of AB fans in the chat, bro. Getting your hopes up and shit. Looking for a good performance. Just if you want to be entertained, bro, just be sure to tune into the pre-fight press conference and shit. Make sure you watch the weigh-in and shit, okay? Because if you go in there expecting him, because he gonna tell you he gonna whoop Omar Figueroa ass. He gonna tell you that he about to put hands, feet, knees, elbows, toes, shoulders, everything on Omar Figueroa. He gonna tell you that shit. Then he gonna proceed to go in the ring, and he not gonna let his hands go, bro. He not gonna fight like y'all think. He gonna talk way better than he fight, bro. So just prepare yourselves for it. I ain't saying don't be fans of him. I ain't saying don't watch the fight. I ain't saying don't support him. I'm just saying don't expect much. Lower your expectations. That's all I got to say.
That's a big fact. Like, that's a big fact. Like, to me, I just want to see him in the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, the build up to the fight. Other than that, in the ring, I already know what he gonna do. He ain't gonna. AB will never fool me again. He fooled me too many motherfucking times. It ain't happening no more.
You know he gonna try. You know he gonna try. He gonna be talking that good shit.
The only other
give me the 2 liter of Kool-Aid.
Hey, the only other time I didn't got fooled more times than what AB did is with the Dallas Cowboys telling me they were gonna win the Super Bowl every year, and I was believing that shit. But other than that, man, let's move on real quick though. Let's go. I want to talk about, because I touched on it a little bit yesterday, and we all talked about, you know, was David Morrel ready for David Benavidez? Now, Ronnie Shields has came out and he said, nope, y'all got to put a halt on that. He don't want David Morrel in a ring with David Benavidez and none of them top dudes yet. He said he needs to hold the brakes on all that, and he needs to, basically continue to climb the ladder and get more fights in. So Ronnie Shields see that himself. So I just want to say that to everybody that was talking about David Morrel destroys David Benavidez and that fight needs to happen now. Ronnie Shields says no. Ronnie Shields don't see it in David Morrel yet. EDC said he needs to hold off on all of that. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying? What y'all got to say on that?
I mean, the trainer would know. He's with him every day. I would just say, the thing that alarmed me the most with David Morrel's performance was the lack of patience and the immaturity he showed by just going in there. Because, bro, you can, like, if you find somebody that can really fight, that can take your shit, bro, they would let you punch yourself out, and now you got problems for the rest of the fight. So, I think the skills and the talent are there, but he definitely needs to mature. And this was only Ronnie Shields' second fight with him, bro. He only been with Ronnie Shields for 2 fights now. So Ronnie want to, get some more work, fine-tune him and shit. So Ronnie would know better than me. That's like me trying to tell, Al Heyman how to run the PBC and shit. I can make my opinions and shit. At the end of the day, he there every day. So I ain't gonna tell Ronnie Shields he wrong and shit. I'm just gonna say if you David Morrel, you do got a title, bro. So you better hope the learning curve is fast, because either you need to fight the best or you need to get the hell on up out of the way, because you basically are either Canelo's mandatory right now or you fighting the top contender in your sanctioning body. Anything else is just, some shit that we don't like. We want to see the best possible fight. So, if they want to move him slow, they sure wasn't acting like it when they went and got him that belt so early in his career. That's why the expectation is there for him. So that's really all I got. I don't disagree with Ronnie Shields. I would just tell Ronnie, and I would tell the PBC, like, that's cool to say that, but then you can't be running around here with him with a championship belt. Even though it is a secondary belt, that belt puts you in position for big fights. So if he ain't ready for the big fights, y'all need to take him the hell out that position. That's all I got, bro.
That belt don't count, bro. That shit, they need to throw all them secondary titles in the goddamn trash.
Yeah,
but it do though. But it do count, bro. And the only reason I say that, like, I agree with you, it ain't the real title, but that regular belt, them interim belts and shit, that's what gets you your title shot. People fight to get in those positions so they can fight the champion. So if he gonna have that shit, he need to either be fighting the best, fighting the champion, or he need to drop that shit. You can't move him in the position where you fast tracking him and then say he ain't ready at the same time.
This is what I'm saying, knockout. They don't need no belt to tell me this man is the number 2 contender, number 1 contender. I don't need a belt for that.
Nope.
Like just tell me and put that shit on the rankings. I don't need a belt for you to tell me that he's the number 2 runner-up or number 3 or whatever the fuck it may be.
I agree 100% with that, bro. I agree with that.
Just like this, knockout. You had back in the day, you ain't had all this shit. Motherfuckers fought each other because they was trying to climb the ranks and get to fight the champion.
I agree. Listen, I was arguing with Money yesterday about shit that's always been in boxing that need to change. So I'm for the shit. Like, get rid of them hoes. But as of right now, what we have to go off of is those belts tell us who's supposed to be fighting the best fighters, who's supposed to be the best, who's supposed to be going to fight the champion next. And if that's what we have to go off of, if that's what boxing is telling us, hey, this interim person, he's the mandatory for the champion. Hey, this regular champion, we want to consolidate with the super champion. That's what they're trying to feed us right now. So if that's what y'all feeding us, get him the hell out of the position, and let's get somebody there that do feel like they ready. Because he can't just hold up the fucking whole WBA because he ain't ready and he want to develop. That's all I'm saying. But I agree with everything y'all saying. Get them belts the fuck out of boxing. I agree with that.
We got to hold David Morrel accountable. Fuck that. You talk that shit. You was just talking all that shit. I don't want to hear that shit now.
He is
now.
Not.
I can now. Like I said, I told y'all I ain't feel
he
like.
Said he came back. He said he came back and he didn't say that shit. He said somebody did that shit.
I ain't hearing none of that shit. Knockout, man. You was.
I'm just telling you what he reported, bro.
Yeah, don't backtrack now. Yeah. They full of shit, and that's, you understand. This is the beginning of his career, and we about to watch what type of person he is and how he deal with these type of media situations outside the ring. But inside the ring, there's a progression to a career for a reason. Yeah, I mean, everybody ain't Loma. Everybody don't get that title fight in 1, 2, 3 fights. That shit don't happen for real often. So it ain't no point in expecting that shit out of him to me. So I like the fact that they slowing down, but like Knox said, you a champion now, and you got champions' names in your mouth. So shit, get your ass in the ring, send that contract, David Benavidez, take that interim title too, goddamn it, and then pad another check box to your name.
Say make David Benavidez a motherfucking interim unified champion, some new shit.
Let me read Dundada comment because I want to respond to this. Dundada saying the interim and these secondary titles, it gives structure to the rankings. He said because back in the day it was only 2 sanctioning bodies. It doesn't give no structure. It fucks everything up. That's what it does. I'm talking to my partner on the phone. What was it, Sunday? I think it was Sunday. Yeah, after Devin Haney and Kambosos, right? And we get to talking, and he like, ain't Tank the champion ain't Tank a champion at 135? And I'm like, he like, so how is Devin Haney undisputed when Tank? I said, and I had to explain him that shit, and he was confused.
Right.
He didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. He's like, nah, Tank is a champion because he got a belt. And he didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And all that shit does is bring confusion.
I watched that podcast with Paulie Malignaggi. That dude is a hating little bitch ass prick. For real.
Of course.
That dude is. He gonna sit here. I argue with people was calling me racist and this and this. That's because you are. That's the bottom line. Devin wasn't a real champion. It's just like what they did with the WBA and the Super. Well, how come it's only in 2 divisions, motherfucker? How come it's just in 2 divisions? That's called duck titles. It's called protection titles. Fuck that. And so he was making an argument, WBA regular champion, he had mandatories, and the super champion, he could do whatever he want. That's not the way boxing was structured back in the day. It's not the way it should be. Where you can do what the fuck you want and don't have to face the guys who done work their ass off to get in position to fight you. They done got in these positions to fight you, and you gonna duck them because you the super champion. It's bullshit. These dudes are put in position and either make the fight or drop the belt. That's it. There's no in between. It can be so simple, but greed is in this game, and it's been in greed from these sanctioning bodies wanting to get all these sanctioning fees. Ain't no fucking way.
Because you get more belts, you can charge them the same fee as you charge the champion. You can charge them the same sanctioning fee, yeah.
And I don't and see, I understand. Like I said, it's a double-edged sword with Tank. It's a double-edged sword. Yeah, he making the most money, but you're not fighting for legacy. I watched the Porter podcast, and Leonard Ellerby say, the belts are cool, but you don't put asses in the seats. It doesn't make sense. And I'm like, motherfucker, you put asses in the seats with Rolly. You put asses in the seats with Pitbull. You put asses in the seat with all these other junk motherfuckers he fought. So you telling me he ain't gonna put asses in the seat with this motherfucker who's undisputed? Man, stop that shit, man. You think people stupid, bro? And that's the thing, it's insulting when they come up with all of this bullshit. It's insulting to the fans. Now I know some of these fucking boxers been hitting the fucking head too many times. But you're not fucking retarded. You see what they doing. You see the way they move. It's not like you can't fucking, this shit ain't right. This shit ain't right. You create fucking belts on a whim. That wasn't, first of all, he never mentioned this part. It wasn't supposed to be transferable. It was supposed to be an award. That fucking changed, right? It wasn't supposed to be able to change hands at all. It was just a designation given to special fighters and all of this shit. Well, how come you get to say who's special and who's not special when a motherfucker don't fight the best?
Yeah. I agree with that shit. I agree with that shit. And I agree with the stuff you said about Leonard Ellerby. Look, bro, like, I've always maintained, like, a hamburger tastes good, but a steak tastes better. And what they doing over at Mayweather Promotions, and why I was hoping, and I'm still maintaining hope that Tank Davis go do his own thing and show that he want the best fights, is because We asking for steak. That's it. We just asking for steak, and they keep feeding us a hamburger. You know what I'm saying? The hamburger is still beef, but it ain't what we asked for. And what Leonard Ellerby can't get me to get off of, and what I'm always maintain is, yeah, Tank just did 275,000 pay-per-view buys. Yes, he just broke a record in the Barclays Center with Rolly Romero. Cool, that's a great job. Salute to y'all. How much more would he sell if y'all gave us a better product? If you actually put Tank Davis in the ring with somebody that deserves to be in the ring with him, number one, or number two, people feel like can beat him. If you do that, then guess what? It's gonna sell even more. But if you give people the fights that they've been asking for, you get even more people to buy your product, bro. It's like the fucking iPhone and shit, bro. Like your another phone might work, but if you give somebody the iPhone, they probably come back and they buy that motherfucker because it's such a good product, bro. And that's what they missing.
But that's what they missing, bro. Now it's like this. Okay, yeah, you a pay-per-view star. That's cool. That's all good and well. So you gonna tell me that this motherfucker who got all the belts, every last, I mean, they ain't got no crumb belts, no fucking belts, none. He got all.
Yeah, he got all the belts. He got all the belts.
One of them. And you gonna tell me that you gonna come at that dude and tell him, you know, well, you want too much money, motherfucker? He deserved whatever the fuck he want. He got every fucking strap there is. He got that motherfucker, except that regular shit. He got all the fucking belts. So yeah, he did.
So what you saying? You saying Devin Haney? You saying Devin Haney the A side?
Am I?
Of course.
I'm not.
No.
Of course.
I know you gonna say that, OTB, because you think Terrence Crawford the A side over Earl Spence.
Listen,
Nah,
so I know you gonna say that.
Nah, when he got 3 belts, bro. Like, let's be real about this shit.
But the belts ain't what make this shit. At the end of the day, bro, I feel y'all. Devin Haney is the man, bro. He is the man. He is the number one lightweight in the world. But what we can't ignore is the revenue, bro. We cannot ignore the revenue. So yes, Devin Haney, if he won't make the fight with Tank Davis, yes, bro, he would probably have to take less than Tank. You know, the splits would be in TMT's favor because Tank Davis is the A side, bro. Like Gennady Golovkin had all them goddamn belts, bro. He had all them goddamn belts, bro. But guess what? Guess what happened when he fought Canelo? Because Canelo was more popular. Because Canelo generated more revenue. Then shit, like Canelo get the shit. So Devin Haney is undisputed. Everything gotta run through him, bro. But
just
Tank
because
Davis
shit been happening, don't mean that it gotta keep happening. But you know what I mean, and that ain't cool.
Nah, the revenue shit, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with a man who bring more money to the table, getting a bigger share. That's not the problem in boxing, bro. That's not the problem.
Your money don't equivalate to your accomplishments.
Your money equivalent to your purse, though, bro. It equal like your purse. And the pay-per-view money that
6 belts on the line in your pocket, and you put 0 on the line,
bro. That shit should be determined by your money, fam. I think Devin Haney should get his biggest payday ever.
And I got 0, and you telling me you gonna ever be okay? You done just went to Australia, fought twice for your shit. Now you gonna come back, and this motherfucker gonna make more.
If I come back to you, and it's clear that you breaking records, you on pay-per-view with or without me. Hold on, bro.
I'm going beating champions.
Hold on. You on pay-per-view with or without me? With or without me, your ass is on pay-per-view. I need you to go on pay-per-view. I can't do a pay-per-view without you, bro. Hell yes, I'm the B-side, bro. Regardless, I don't care if I got 100 belts.
We don't know what numbers look like in Australia.
I think
Australia.
But that ain't even the point.
Right?
Go ahead.
I think that it's a 50-50. I think it's 50-50. The reason I'm gonna say 50-50 is because you got somebody that's undisputed, right? Now, and then on the other hand, you got somebody that put all the asses in the seats. They both bring a lot to the table. If they fight, right, Dev got some shit that Gervonta Davis should want for his legacy. You feel me? To be undisputed. He got some shit that he should want for his legacy. This is different than Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford because Bud only got 1 belt. Now, if Bud had 2 belts, it'll be, you know, a bigger argument. Or I ain't even gonna say if he had 2 belts. If Bud was the one that had the 3 belts and Earl had 1 belt, but Earl is the one that put all the asses in the seats and all of that. Well, then I would have to say, well, Bud got 3 belts.
Yeah.
Bud didn't lay, you know what I'm saying? He been, you know what I'm saying, fighting everybody. He collected all the belts and yeah, Errol put asses in the seats, but see, that ain't the case. So I know a lot of people gonna try to compare the Bud Crawford situation with this situation, but you can't, because you got Devin Haney that got all of the belts. Then you got Davis that put all of the asses in the seats. So to me, this is the definition of a 50-50 fight. It is. And Ricky Williams, salute. And like my man Ricky Williams say, stop lurking. Stop just looking in the background, ear hustling and shit, and hit the like button. It don't cost y'all nothing to hit the like button. It's free. Smash on the like button. That's how I feel about this situation. I knew this was going to be a topic.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. I just, to me, all them belts and shit, like what we've been, like what people been saying this whole time. Look, bro, like Terrence Crawford undisputed at 140. I mean, that shit cool, bro, but it don't equate to the revenue. When they sit down to make the fight, bro, when they sit down to make the fight, they talk about numbers, bro. How much money does this person bring? How much viewership does that person bring? Are people willing to pay to watch this person? Are people willing to pay to watch that person? We can't be talking about it matters only the revenue and this person is this because of the revenue they generate. And then all of a sudden, when it comes to this one, now it's different because of the belts. The belts didn't mean shit for Terrence Crawford. Why all of a sudden they supposed to mean shit?
Yeah, Terrence got 1 belt.
That's what I'm just saying.
Bro, that don't matter, bro. That doesn't matter. He was undisputed at 140. He was a champion at 135.
They're not fighting at 140.
All them accolades don't mean shit, bro.
They're not fighting at 140.
Y'all know boxing well. Y'all know how negotiations work, bro. Them belts don't matter when it come to making the fight, bro.
Bro,
y'all know that shit, bro. Ain't nobody giving up their drawing power for that shit, bro. Come on,
and Tank ain't taking no goddamn body belts trying to be undisputed. So you only get that opportunity if I give it to you or if I go and put the leg work in. Hell no.
And Devin only get that opportunity if Tank give it to him because he ain't going on pay-per-view, bro. Him and Loman will be. He ain't going on pay-per-view, bro.
He don't need Tank.
He don't need Tank Davis.
He does not need Tank Davis, not one fucking bit.
What's the biggest fight? What's the biggest fight in the division?
It don't matter.
What's the biggest fight in the division?
Okay, him and Lomachenko.
And before he took
lies, bro, you know that's not true.
The money because Devin was making.
You know that's not true, Cole. The biggest fight at lightweight is Devin Haney versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Matter of fact, that's the second biggest fight in boxing behind Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Stop it, bro.
We were talking about this on money. We were talking about this on Money Brown TV.
Enough lightweights on that side that he can fucking fight and don't need Tank. Tank's one struggling to find fucking fighters because look who he fighting. He fought Pitbull Cruz.
Let me say this real quick because
they need each other for the biggest fight, but Tank gonna be on pay-per-view with
hold on. Let me say this real quick.
We
were talking about this topic.
How many more times?
Hold on. We were talking about this topic on Money Brown last night, right? And we was like, is it Gervonta Tank Davis versus Devin Haney, or is it Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, right? And because that's a big question. Now, we know the more competitive fight for sure is Gervonta Tank Davis versus Devin Haney. That's for sure. But but when we talk about Ryan Garcia, right? We talking about that's when you're gonna get Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis is where you're gonna get all of the casuals. The diehard fans is gonna watch it anyway. You know what I'm saying? The boxing fans gonna watch it anyway. But all of the casuals, all of the stars. So my thing was Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis fight is probably bigger than Devin Haney and Tank Davis as far as just overall, you know what I'm saying, who gonna pay for the pay-per-view, who gonna go the gate and all that. That's probably a bigger fight than what Devin Haney and Tank Davis is. But like I said, it's no question about what's the more competitive fight for the diehard boxing fans. So Ryan Garcia and Tank is actually a bigger fight when you just talk about money-wise and gate and all of that.
That's a box office fight. That's why I kept telling you.
You feel what I'm saying? So
and that's why I kept saying it then. Like, man, that Tank can really, he in a position to make that happen and then still get the Devin fight. But you signed with Mayweather, so I'm not inclined to think that you want to do so.
And why is he in that position?
Because Devin them still got to fight again. You and Ryan can get that fight in, and then you the mandatory for the winner of the Devin fight.
He's in that position. He's in that position because he's the money man, bro.
How did that happen?
He's the money man, bro. It just is what it is. Tank Davis is the money man at 135, bro. Like it is what it is. Like if you come see him, it's gonna be on his terms, bro. Regardless of how many belts you got, fam. It is what it is, bro. That ain't me hating on Devin. These is just the facts, bro.
No, the facts is this. Just like I said, Devin don't need him. Devin don't
and
need
Tank don't need him either, bro.
Never said he.
They don't need each
we
other.
Gonna pay for Tank fighting bums? How many times we gonna pay for this shit?
Bro, apparently it was 275,000 people willing to pay for the last one, and it was 19,000 people willing to go to the goddamn fight. So apparently people gonna keep paying for the shit.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
Need each other.
I don't see it.
Fact. But
I agree with that.
Who gonna look worse when one been calling for the smoke and the other one ain't?
And that's what Devin should do.
And you bitches scared to come see me.
Bro, listen, that's what Devin should do.
What Devin should do. That's Devin's nature. That's who he is.
That's what he should do. I agree. And I maintain that if everyone had Devin Haney's attitude, we would get every single fight in boxing that we ever want. Because that young man, regardless if I think he can beat everybody at 135, he goes smoke after smoke after smoke after smoke, and that shit is to be respected. I will never knock him. I will never disrespect him. But what I'm saying, to get this fight made negotiation-wise, that shit's going to be hard to make. Number one is Bob Arum and Floyd Mayweather. Number two, Devin Haney going to feel like, look, bro, I'm the man. But the numbers don't say that, bro. So hopefully what we have to have happen is that Tank Davis, we got to put pressure on him to stand on his word. He said out of his own mouth, bro. And y'all know I rock with Tank. He said out of his own mouth. When Devin said that shit about, look, man, if you ain't going to try to make the big fights, you might well stay with Mayweather Promotion. Tank Davis on the Last Stand podcast, and I know there's some Tank Davis fans in here. We got to hold them to it. Tank Davis in the Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer said, oh, you talking like that? You said all that shit? Man, he an email champion. Matter of fact, since you said all that shit, if you beat Kambosos, I won't fight you next. So what we should be doing is putting pressure on Tank Davis because he can write a letter and he can petition the WBA and say, look, man, I want this fight next. What y'all going to do? Y'all going to mandate this shit? What's going on? That's who we need to put pressure on.
Protection. He went to witness protection, so he don't have to have none of that pressure on his back to do none of that shit.
How is it witness protection, bro?
Witness protection.
In the same fucking
he don't need them. He don't need them to do that shit, bro. He can write that shit himself. He got GTD.
Also told us
Davis ain't doing no business like that himself. Hold on. Let me read these super chats real quick. Dr. Pablo Sled in the super chat, what's happening with it? He says Pitbull was top 10 event sanctioned body. He says when he fought Tank, he says that Devin isn't a draw in the U.S. as of now, belts or not. Man, I'm not trying to hear no Pitbull shit. Pitbull wasn't top 10 shit to me.
Pitbull was 2 week notice.
You
That's
know
what he
saying?
was.
Like, I ain't trying to hear that. But,
That's why it was 2 week notice for Tank too, bro.
Contender Regine, what's happening with it? Contender
What up,
Regine.
Contender? Salute, bro.
He say Tank. Hold on. It's jumping on me. He say Tank the money man, but his opponents make no money. And Haney been getting paid more than Tank if we being real.
No.
I said that.
I mean, his purse has been more, but that back end money, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different.
Yeah.
His purses have been more though. That's a fact. His purse has been bigger than Tank's. That's what I
said. Before the Kambosos fight, he was making more than him anyway. Yeah, I mean,
purses, bro. Purses. So that back end money hit a little different.
But and I understand that
back end money hit a little different, bro.
But coming off of that type of success, how do we as boxing fans tell this man that he is the B-side to anybody?
Because it's a fact, bro.
Hell nah.
Because it's a fact. But here's the thing. Here's what I don't understand, bro. We should be putting pressure on instead of just saying, he ain't gonna do this shit. Tank ain't gonna do like, bro. Let's hold the man to his word and ask that he do that shit. Let's put his feet to the fire, bro.
We've been holding him. Bro, knockout. He jumped off the porch, right? He jumped off the porch, 18, 19, 21, 22, almost 6 years ago. He jumped off the porch almost 6 years ago and got his first championship belt. Now, ever since then, we've been, well, man, Tank gonna do this, and we gonna hold him to his word, man. Tank gonna do this. 6 years later, he ain't fought none of these niggas. No, I ain't doing it no more. Just like I said, that's just like Jerry Jones coming on the TV every motherfucking training camp saying that the Cowboys is gonna win the Super Bowl. When are we gonna realize that, damn, it just ain't happening? The man just told y'all it's still Floyd, it's still TMT Promotions. Yeah, I'm with him. I'm back with him. So, I mean, we know how they moving. It ain't going to happen. I'm past the point of wishing and praying and, well, maybe Tank going to do this and, well, maybe he going to fight such and such. Oh, we just got to wait around. No, we know what it is. He calling out. He ain't even call out none of them dudes for real. If he was for real, after his fight, he would have called out motherfucking the winner between Devin Haney and Kambosos. But who he called out? He called out Ryan Garcia.
Nah, he said that because he was on when he was online. He said he wanted to fight the winner, Devin and
No, I'm talking about after the fight.
I can't believe none of that. He also said, "I'm leaving Mayweather."
Yeah, he also said this. I'm talking about the shit he said after the fight. After the fight, he backtracked and he said it's still Mayweather Promotions, and then he backed that up with calling out Ryan Garcia. He was telling Ryan Garcia, "You next at the fight." You know what I'm saying? That's the Leonard Ellaby. Who they talking about? Leonard Ellaby. He don't talk about none of them other fighters. He ain't talking about no motherfucking Gary Russell. He ain't talking about no goddamn Devin Haney. No, none of them. The Vasil Lomachenko. You don't hear Leonard Ellaby talking about none of them. Who he say? Who he mentioned? He mentioned Ryan Garcia. Well, if De La Hoya don't want it, tell De La Hoya, you know what I'm saying, we want to make the fight. He ain't talking about none of these other cats. So we know the move that Gervonta Tank Davis is making, and it ain't gonna be no Devin Haney. It ain't gonna be no Vasil Lomachenko. It ain't gonna be no Teofimo Lopez. It ain't gonna be no Gary Russell Jr. It ain't gonna be none of those guys. I don't know where y'all gonna realize, okay, this is the definition of insanity. Wishing and praying every fucking month, every year that Gervonta Tank Davis step up and fight one of them dudes. It ain't gonna happen. I realize that shit now. It ain't gonna happen no time soon. Leonard Ellaby just told you that. You don't gotta hear it from my mouth. Leonard Ellaby just said that. Y'all have to understand how the businesses work. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, eventually Tank will fight all of those guys that the fans say that he's scared of, but not now. Eventually it'll happen. So what the fuck is eventually? You told me that shit. Leonard Ellaby I interviewed Leonard Ellaby in 2018, right? And I asked him about Vasil Lomachenko way back then. And he skipped over my question because, you know what I'm saying, he answered everything else. We was cool until I asked him about Vasil Lomachenko. And he acted like he ain't hear the shit. And I asked him again, and then he just ignored the question and started talking about some other shit. Y'all can pull it up. It's right here on YouTube, right? So somebody else later on that day asked him about Vasil Lomachenko, and he said eventually it'll happen. Now, we talking about 4-5 years later, has any of that shit happened? No. He signed back with them. I don't understand, like, why are we letting Gervonta Tank Davis off the hook? If there was somebody else that did it, it wouldn't have been all right. We would have shitted on him. When Terrence
Who letting him off the hook, bro? Ain't nobody, everybody shitting on him. Don't nobody want him. Everybody's saying that's a bad move, bro. But what I don't understand, because he not the same way we on Morrel and shit. We should be on him harder to fight the best, right?
Bro.
Why are we just gonna give up?
Why are we talking about
why we just giving up?
Petitioning to fight Devin Haney and all that shit when we know it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
Nope.
Facts. He don't want that shit.
He
don't want to be great, man.
And then
so if he don't want that shit, why did the WBA already come out and say they were gonna mandate that fight?
If he really wanted those fights, right? If he really wanted those fights, for one, he wouldn't have re-signed back with Floyd Mayweather, right? For two, when he's been asked about them not too long ago, just a year ago, right? What was it, like a little over a year ago, he did a podcast before this last podcast with Brian Custer. And they asked him about Devin Haney. They asked him about Gary Russell Jr. They asked him about Everybody, Teofimo Lopez, they ask him about everybody. Devin Haney, man, he's just a clout baby. He just wants clout.
Talking cash shit.
They ask him about motherfucking Gary Russell. Who's Gary Russell? Nobody knows him. That fight ain't go. So he made an excuse why he shouldn't have to fight none of those fighters instead of saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? If they want it, what's popping? Like shit, you know what I'm saying? Let's make it happen. He made an excuse why he shouldn't have to fight. He tried to downplay each one of them dudes. He downplayed them and shit on them so he wouldn't have to fight them. Made an excuse like, well, why does it make sense I fight them? They ain't shit, this and that. But then look who you fight. And then on top of that, right, he said out of his own mouth, no, I ain't never went to Floyd and asked him for none of those fights. I never asked Floyd for nothing. He said that.
Bro, why would he? He was young, bro. He been asking for them hoes now. It's like the man can do no right
He's
to
not
y'all.
asking for them now either.
He literally calling these dudes out, bro. Shit, man. He literally calling these dudes out, bro.
You
got his trainer saying that they want Lopez. You got his trainer saying that they want fucking Lopez. He said he won't fight Haney next. And y'all just run around this bitch like, nah,
we've been talking shit about everybody and don't fight nobody. Shit, this ain't the first time.
He jumped off.
Who knocking down the door to fight him, bro?
He jumped off the porch 6 years ago.
He was 21 years old 6 years ago, too, bro.
He was a champion almost 6 years ago. And we still,
bro, that man keeps saying anybody can get it. He keeps saying ain't no like, bro, he wants the fights, bro. That man said out his own mouth he wants the fights, bro. And we just like, nah, let's not hold him to it. Let's just give up on him. Let's just be okay with him fighting bullshit. So we gonna complain. We gonna complain when he fight a bullshit fight, and then we ain't gonna try to push him to fight the best. I'm trying to push the man to fight the best.
But he re-signed with Mayweather, the same company that he told you that was holding him back, and that was the reason why he wasn't getting the fight. But he re-signed.
We don't know if he re-signed, bro. That shit ain't official. We don't know that shit. We don't know who this next fight.
Bro, he not going nowhere, bro.
You know, just like
we don't know that, bro.
That's your
we don't know that.
Tank is your guy, and you just don't want to come out and just, you know what I'm saying, say the shit.
It's all right,
I've already said everything, bro. I hope he didn't sign with Mayweather, bro. But we don't know that shit, bro. We don't know that shit. The man came out here. The man said this in the heat of the moment, right after the fight, bro. Let's see what he really do now that cooler heads prevail, and let's see what his next fight is, bro. But maybe they promised him a fucking purse guarantee he can't refuse. Maybe he got more control over who he fight. Y'all don't know what the hell going on, bro.
Man, bro, I know what's going on. If Lincoln Ellerby come out and do an interview and tell y'all it ain't no time, that shit will happen eventually, not no time soon.
And then
what else do I need to hear? What else do we need to hear?
He say I never asked him for these fights. He ain't asked.
He never asked for him when he was 23 years old. He's 27 and he asked me for them hoes now,
bro. He said I never.
Back when you was 23, did you ask for the fight? Right? They never said back when you was 22 or 23.
All right, he started asking for them hoes when he was what, 26, 27?
Bro, he never asked for them hoes a year, bro.
He never asked for them. That's not past. That's today. He just did that interview not too long ago.
Shit, bro. I'm literally up here saying he need to fight better fighters. This is what he should do. This is how we can get the smoke. Y'all running around this bitch like, nah, bro, he ain't gonna do that shit. We ain't gonna hold him to shit. So let's just not talk about him, bro. He ain't one of the best. He don't need to do shit. None of that shit.
We gonna just like we did, Bud, in 2018 when he signed that dumbass contract with Bob Arum.
And I'm getting on the tank if he signed to Mayweather, bro. But that shit ain't official. Just because he said that shit after the fight. But I already made videos, content. I'm shitting on that. I don't want him to sign to Mayweather. I want him to go where the fights are easy to make. But I'm sitting here trying to hold the young man accountable, saying what he should do and what he shouldn't do. And y'all just like basically, nah, knockout, shut the fuck up. He just ain't gonna do it. All right, then let's not talk about Tank. Let's talk about that shit, bro.
Well, hold on, knockout. It's not like we telling you shut the fuck up or none of that.
Might as well, bro. Might as well.
Wouldn't disrespect
might as well
like that. We wouldn't.
Hell no.
But that's not the point. You sound like you being a little sensitive right now, my brother.
No, not at all, bro. Not at all. We talking boxing.
What we are saying is this: the way Leonard Ellerbe is talking at this point in time, Tank is going to be with them. There's no question about it. The way he was talking on Sean Porter's podcast, he's going to be with TMT, bro. I don't think that Tank has the right people around him to help his business grow, and for him to be able to grow his business and grow himself without Floyd, unless he got some people around him who's very smart people, for him to be able to make his own moves and do what the fuck he want to do. Now, do I think that they're not gonna fight? I think maybe at some point they may fight, but I don't think that. I think that the way Leonard Ellerbe is talking and the way that he continues to talk with this bullshit, sometimes the fights that the fans want to see, it's not the ones that's gonna make the money. Well, motherfucker, how is that possible? I don't even see how, because Tank is a big draw, and Devin gonna bring whoever the fuck he bring. Tank is a big draw. If he fight motherfucking a raccoon on the fucking street, he gonna be a big draw. So the shit you saying is bullshit. Then with his excuse is gonna be this. This is what his excuse. Well, Devin Haney wants this and wants that. Well, Devin Haney deserved this and deserved that. He deserved that because he is the fucking undisputed champion and took his ass all the way to motherfucking Australia and beat a motherfucker in his backyard with every fucking doubt. And he's been dealing with doubters and haters from the beginning. He been dealing. All these motherfuckers been ducking this dude, bro. And that's a fact. He done called out every fucking body who mentioned his name, let's fight. And he's willing to do it. But you can't say the same thing because he'll take less money to fight Tank. Fuck, he just took less money to go across the seas. He don't give a fuck about that. That dude want to show that I'm the best. Now, will Tank take that same fucking approach? Fuck that. Give Devin what he want. I want all the belts. I want all the belts. Fuck that. I'm going to show these motherfuckers I'm the best. So it's inside here, bro.
Bro, I agree with everything you saying, but where the disconnect is this, bro. Like, we literally get on the Charlos, bro, when they don't move correctly. But then when Charlo go to try to make a big fight with Canelo and make a fight with fucking Jaime Munguia, we kind of back off of him a little bit, bro. But then some people still shit on him for Sulecki, even though he went and tried to go get smoked. What I'm saying is, damn what Tank used to do. The man done started saying shit and started acting like he won't smoke. He literally called Devin out before his last fight. I'm trying to hold him to that. I'm trying to say, yeah, let's go. Like, you need to go do this shit, bro. And if you don't, I'm on your ass. But what I'm being told is, nah, he ain't never gonna do that shit, bro. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Nah, he ain't doing that shit. How many times? Like, just stop expecting this shit. No, as long as a motherfucker lacing them gloves up and asking me to pay my hard-earned money and shit, bro, and asking me to spend my time watching them and shit, bro, I'm gonna expect greatness from you. I'm never getting off your helmet. I don't give a damn if I rock with you or if I don't rock with you, bro. And the fight I want to see is Devin Haney versus Tank. And I'm not going to get off his helmet. Even if he signed the Mayweather promotion, I'm still going to be like, yeah, bro, I rock with you. Love the skill set. Think you can win these fights. That's a stupid-ass move. That's a bad-ass move. I wish you hadn't done that. But here's how you can still go get the fights. I'm not going to stop on him, on Canelo, on none of these dudes, bro. So I don't understand the pushback that I'm getting, to be real.
But this is the knockout. The difference between as a fight fan and most people as a fight fan, if a motherfucking fighter that I fuck with start acting funny, I don't fuck with them no more. That's the difference. If you show me bitch ways, I treat you with bitch ways. Because that's why I respect Devin. That's why I respect Errol. And that's why I respect Benavidez. I used to fuck with the Charlos. I mean, I can't say Jermall. I used to fuck with Jermall. But when he start doing the shit and you gonna back out of the smoke after you talk shit, I don't fuck with you no more. Y'all stay with these motherfuckers, and I don't do that. If you don't act like a fighter and act like a motherfucking old school fighter, the best fight the best, I don't fuck with you. I don't care what your skill set is. Because if I don't get what I want to see from you, I don't fuck with you.
And why, coach? Because you cheat the sport. You cheat
Right.
the sport when you do that shit. We had a conversation about bums. To me, that's a motherfucker who cheat the sport. You got all the talent in the world. But if you keep on fighting, goddamn it, just anybody that you can beat, and you ain't going and out there and making and progressing your career and trying to be better and trying to be the best, you understand? Then hell nah, man. You ain't trying to be great. You ain't chasing greatness. You protecting it. Shit, and we gonna hold his ass to the flame, and we gotta realize that there's a chance that he don't want to be great. Maybe he's okay with just fighting these type of fights.
There's a difference between holding somebody to the flame and giving up on them. And I feel everything that Coach said. I just don't think the time to start shitting on somebody or the time to give up on somebody is when, after not calling for the smoke, after coming out in the open and say, yeah, I ain't asked for them fights. I just fought who they put in front of me. After saying that shit, to finally start speaking up and finally start saying, yeah, I want that fight. Or yeah, anybody can get it. Like, to finally start talking like a fighter that won't smoke. I just don't think that's the time that we shit on them. I think that's the time that we like, okay, motherfucker, all right, you talking good. Now go show me. Now go show me that you really want that shit. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't understand
knockout.
the problem, bro.
Knockout. My thing is knockout. What's happening with it? Money. I see.
What's up, money? Money, I need help, money. Shit, I need help, money. Help, brother, please.
I don't need money to get up this motherfucker with tank. You know what I mean? Money, man. Hey, I gotta. You know what I'm saying? My vocal cords gotta be right there. You know what I'm saying? Go back and forth with money with tank.
Yeah, I'll argue with you, but I'll let you talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, money ain't gonna let you get no word in.
Oh shit!
He gonna run a PowerPoint presentation. Goddamn it!
Hey, money, shit. It's a competition with money. Fuck that. He ain't finna let nobody get a breath in.
Make you lose your religion trying to fucking talk, bro.
Hey, nah. But see, this is what I'm saying. Knockout, right? Yeah. And I know you still right. You still at the point to where you like, oh well, we don't know. I'm at the point to where I'm like, okay, I pretty much know he back. So my thing is, you saying we still got to give him a chance, right? We still got to see. And I'm like, well, how he want them fights when in my eyes, he went and signed back with Mayweather Promotions. Now I understand why he re-signed back with them, right? I understand. Because he gets to make the biggest bag and take the least amount of risk.
He like
now, right now. As far as a competitor, you might look at it like my brother Batman would say. He's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? He just because they're boxers don't mean he's a bitch. You might look at it as some bitch shit as a competitor, but as a businessman, right? If you're looking at them dollar signs, shit, that's smart as fuck. Right. As a businessman, you telling me if just like I said on Money Brown TV last night, right? If you say, Keon, I got $10,000 for you. All you gotta do is run 2 miles. Run this 2 miles. I know you ain't ran in a long time. Run this 2 miles, and at the end of this motherfucking finish line, you can get this goddamn 10,000, right? Or another motherfucker come and say, you know what? I want you to earn the 10,000. I want you to really earn it. So I'm gonna give you this 10,000, but run this 5 miles. What the fuck you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run the 2 miles and go get that goddamn bag because the 2 miles is much easier than 5 miles. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like Gervonta Tank Davis. You could make all this money, right? Fighting taking the least amount of risk, and that's exactly what he's doing. Now, yeah, you could make the same amount of money or maybe a little bit more if you're fighting Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez and all of them, because see, you got to think. If you fight a Devin Haney, if you fight a Teofimo Lopez, if you fight one of them top guys, he probably still going to make the same amount of money, or maybe I say he'll make the same amount of money because you got to think, yeah, it's a much bigger fight, but now they got to pay Teofimo Lopez or they got to pay Vasil Lomachenko. They got to pay Devin Haney, right? Because when he fighting a Rolly Romero and the fucking Isaac Pitbull Cruz and fighters like that, they ain't got to pay them. They don't have to pay them. Them dudes ain't made no more than 200, 300,000 before that. So if they pay them 800,000, that's a huge payday, a much bigger payday than they ever seen. And who get the rest of the money? Gervonta Tank Davis and Floyd and Leonard Ellerbe TMT Promotions. So as a businessman, it's hella smart because you get to do this shit, and people don't even fuck. And most fans don't even give a fuck who you fight because they just want to see you knock out everybody, and you get to take the least amount of risk. While all these other dudes, they gotta grind hard for their shit. You know what I'm saying? If they want to make a bag like you making, they gotta grind hard. But you get to, you know what I'm saying, shit. And that's just how it is. So I understand it, but as a competitor, as a boxing fan, do I like that shit? Do I want to see that shit? Fuck no. But hey, if you put me in his shoes and I'm making all this bread and I ain't really got to take the highest amount of risk to do it, hey.
But Keon, it should come to a point at some point that you're gonna say, man, especially when you hearing what people saying. They hear it because
you got Leonard Ellerbe in his ear too, coach. Like, oh, don't worry. Look at how much money you making. These other guys, they not making nowhere near the money you make. Don't worry about what the fans say. They don't mean, but you don't listen to all that. That don't mean nothing. Leonard Ellerbe is in his ear every second. That don't mean nothing. Don't listen to that. Look what you making.
But it gotta be at some point because just think about this. Tank is what, 27 now?
Yeah, 27.
Okay, for the last 6 years, you've done some shit. You've done some pretty good stuff. But as far as staying in one division and fighting the best
and dominating,
trying to dominate everybody and getting to the point where I'm undisputed or even win a real championship in lightweight. I mean, it just hasn't happened. So now don't get me wrong, his skills are there. He's a great fighter. No question about it. But we don't know how great he really is. He's not testing himself. He's not pushing himself to fight the best. We see it over and over and over and over. So how long does it take for somebody to say, God damn, I got enough money, I'm still make a lot of money if I fight this guy, and fuck that, I think I can beat this motherfucker. Fuck that, I'm the man. That's the difference, where you can still go and make your ass load of money, but you show motherfuckers that I am the fucking best. I will beat all these motherfuckers.
Thank you. And he got the talent to do it.
Right.
And when he have the talent to do it but don't do so, coach, you cheat the sport. That's when we say the hell with you, because now you cheating your talent. You done had over 300 amateur fights. Shit, you 27 years old. It ain't no excuses at this point other than the fact that you don't want it.
And you rich.
And you rich. So shit, any one of the sanctioning bodies, hell, you the pay-per-view star. You put the asses in the seats. So shit, you can make the calls. You can move accordingly to how you want. You choosing to move like this.
Tank can fight whoever the fuck Tank want to fight. Point blank and period. He can fight.
Tank can also wake up and be the best fighter on the planet too.
Why? Why fight mediocre guys when you can fight everybody and show everybody you the best?
Because he don't believe he the best, coach. He don't believe he can wake up and say I'm the best fighter. The goddamn it.
Where you get where you get that shit from, bro?
Because he's not.
Because if he did, he would go get these fights.
Listen, bro, it's not set in stone. I know what he said to Leonard Ellerbe, bro, and Leonard Ellerbe was there, but this is somebody that has showed you. We got to wait to see what he actually does, bro. Because maybe he don't want to say that shit in front of Leonard. It's a good moment. Leonard right there, and they've been talking for him for so long. He just now talking for himself. Let's wait to see what he actually does, bro.
You saw what Bud
Let's wait to see if he actually re-signed with them, bro.
You saw what Bud did, huh?
Bro, I've been waiting on this shit.
Yeah, everybody said Bud was going to re-sign to Bob Arum. And what he do? He ain't signed to him. He out here doing his own thing, about to fight for undisputed. So let's see what the young man do, bro. Before we just all the way shit on him and give up on him is all I'm saying. I can say, yo, that was some bullshit. I don't like the signs and shit, bro. Why you say that shit? But I'm gonna wait to see what you do, because you also said that you didn't say some shit that I know you said, bro. You moving shaky out here. We can criticize that shit, and that shit deserves to be criticized. But I got just as many people telling me that he ain't signed yet, that nothing is set in stone, as I do telling me, oh man, he done signed and shit. It's all said and done. He don't want no smoke. I want to wait to see what he does, bro. Cause either A, Al Heyman ain't as good as we think he is at his job. Because if Al Heyman is his manager and his advisor, no shade to Floyd Mayweather, wouldn't it behoove him to tell Tank, look, man, you don't really need to sign back with Mayweather Promotions. They ain't got shit for you. If you Tank Davis and you really want smoke, I agree with y'all. Who the fuck he gonna fight? Rolly Ramiro Part 2? Fucking Richardson Hitchens? They gonna make him fight the prospect Jaleel Hackett? Like, they don't have shit for him. So let's see if he really wants smoke. This is the very first time in his entire career that he is free to do whatever he wants. Very first time, bro. And I don't think any decisions have been made at the damn fight, the night of the fight. I don't think that's a final decision, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't think a motherfucker fights and then all of a sudden it's still Mayweather Promotions that same night and shit, and everything signed and he done did that shit. Let's wait to see what he does, bro.
I got a question.
Let's wait to see what he does is all I'm saying, bro.
But then why is Leonard Ellaby on the podcast?
Yeah, hey, Money, you can get up in this nigga. Money talking I ain't allowed him on the
Come on, Money. Come on, baby.
I'm gonna let y'all deal with Money ass today. I'm gonna send you the link, Money. I'm gonna let them deal. I'm gonna let them deal with your ass.
Be talking the way he's talking on the Porter podcast, the Porter Way podcast. Why is he saying, you know, those fights are, you know, it's what the fans want to see, but you know, what about the money issue? This, and that. He's still saying the same stupid shit that we've been hearing forever. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you know, because Tank is popular, Tank's a great fighter. Because Tank, he puts a lot of asses in the seats. He got all the rappers and athletes and all of that. They all love Tank, and I like Tank too. There's no question about it, because I think he's a great fighter. But my thing is you still allowing these people to dictate what you're doing. And Leonard Ellaby just said, you just fought Rolly fucking Romero, a kid with 14 fights. You just fought this guy and
no amateur career.
So my whole thing is that how can you use that excuse when you would be fighting the undisputed champion of the world? Now, don't get me wrong. He can't be next because Devin have other obligations because of this contract, right? But there's other fighters out there that will be glad to fight Tank because they know it's a money fight, right? There's other fighters out there, but it's time to just stop picking and choosing all of these guys that we know you're gonna be. We know you're gonna fuck these guys up. We know that. There's no question, because his skill level is that good.
Now I got a question real quick. I got a question for Money Brown, and I got a question for Knockout. And y'all both answer it separately, right? If the news come out and we find out that Gervonta Tank Davis is still with TMT Promotions, first Knockout, and then Money, you answer the question. Are you still gonna be a diehard Gervonta Tank Davis fan?
I'm gonna be a fan of his, yeah, but I'm gonna give him the smoke. I ain't gonna stop being a fan of his, but I'm gonna give him the fucking smoke. The same way, like, bro, I'm well documented on what I said if he signs with them, bro. And the shit is never gonna change. If he signs with them, I'm smoking his ass, bro. But then let's say, but it's always fluid, right? What if he signed with them and then the fight announcement is Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia? Okay, you can't really shit on that fight. It ain't the fight I want. But let's say Devin Haney is fighting Kambosos because he got an under the rematch, or they made Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. What if he re-signs with them and then it's Tank Davis versus fucking Ryan Garcia, and then Tank Davis versus the winner of Haney and Lomachenko?
Bro, now you're moving the goalpost.
But initially, I'm gonna give him the smoke. Initially, I'm gonna be like, man, that's a bad move. I don't want that shit for you because ain't no fights over there for you. But then if what actually happens is we get fights, I'm gonna shit on it until I get the fights I want, bro. Whatever move he make, I don't give a damn if he by himself. He could be by himself with the fucking PBC. I'm be like, all right, cool. Now who you fight?
Optimistic, and Leonard told us already.
let me say that, and the reason I asked that because me personally, I have stopped fucking with fighters because of how they was moving. You know what I'm saying? I personally have stopped. I done been big fans of certain fighters, and I had stopped fucking with them because of how they was moving. That's why I asked that. Cause see, I'm the type of person. If you moving funny for too long, I'm gonna stop fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? But Ricky Williams he says I think he meant to say, I'm done if he don't fight a top 3 fighter next. He's a fucking duck. If he don't, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? But money, you can answer the same question too.
But
I'm gonna
real
always,
quick
I'm
though,
gonna, I'm gonna always
real
be.
quick, who's the top 3 though?
Wait,
You got Loma, you got Devin, and you got Tank. So if Devin and Loma are fighting each other, how the fuck can he fight a top 3 fighter next?
yeah, but he
I'm
ain't.
okay with Ryan Garcia though.
Listen, I'm gonna always be a Tank diehard fan. That's my dude. That's my guy. The thing is, we gotta wait and see. But your question was, if you sign with him, would I still be a fan? Of course, I'm still be a fan, right? Now we gotta wait and see what's in the future for the dude. Like Knockout said, like he can sign back with him, but guess what? He probably got some understanding now that okay, we gotta go after these fighters now. We don't know what's going on, but like I said, we don't know if he signed back with him or not. It's still Mayweather promotion still can, like I say, I interpret it as it can be, even though I'm over here with Al, I still represent Mayweather promotion. I'm always have love for y'all, things of that nature. Same thing Leonard was saying, but like I say, Calvin Ford said another thing. So we just gotta wait and see what Tank do in the future. If we see them promoting this next fight, then he signed back with him. But like I say, it looked like they going after Ryan Garcia next. Now we still talking about Tank as if he haven't done nothing, right? He still got Hall of Famers under his resume that he knocked the fuck out. But going forward, yes, it is time for him to get into the ring with them dudes. Like I said it last night, can you mentally mature now? You're 27, you're a grown man. The grown man strength is there, the power is there. So we got to understand Tank is now coming into his own. And get from up under the Mayweather regime or just get from under the fucking Mayweather spell, of course he going to take some time to do. Y'all keep saying, like Coach saying, oh, he can fight anybody he want to fight. He told y'all, I didn't really pick fights. They come with fighters on the desk, right? That's the whole point of having a team. They going to come with names that they going to put on the desk. All right, we want you to fight this dude. We want you to fight this dude, right? And Tank, being Tank, okay, put his ass in the ring. I'm going to smoke his ass. So
real quick, Marcus Thomas, real quick. I can't take nothing that you saying serious, bro. What you saying, you don't know shit about boxing because you just came in here and said Lomachenko's a bum. Now that tells me everything I need to know about you and your boxing knowledge. Go ahead, Money.
Yeah, so
he will beat both of them.
Get from up under that Mayweather shit, right? And just Tank having the nuts to stand up to Mayweather, let his ass know that this ain't it. It's showing y'all that he's maturing out in this bitch. You feel me? But he stood up to Mayweather multiple times. But at the same time, it don't take away that you've been up under them, man. Once you under that damn contract with their ass, they know how to manipulate shit. We all know how to get to talking that money, talking all that shit. And Tank, even back then, it ain't like he the smartest mind at a young age. So it's like, fuck it. Floyd said do this, well, I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Floyd trying to control every aspect of the man's career, even trying to get him away from his goddamn home team of Calvin Ford and them at times. So, he just growing into a man now, bro. And the fights out there to be made, y'all got to give him a chance to make the fights. It ain't just he can just snap his fingers and, oh, the fight is made. No, they got other promoters on that side. They going to want what they want. You got the networks, other fighters on different networks. Shit don't just happen like that. It just comes to fruition. Things of that nature. No, it don't just happen like that, bro. But now now that a few of these fighters are like Devin over there, he with Top Rank and ESPN now. Tank still showing loyalty to Showtime. You see what I'm saying? So that shit is gonna collide. Now, what you say? What you say, Coach?
Is on a different network, Money. And
but they have to come to a talk and sit down and make it happen, right? They have to come down. All I'm saying is you just can't snap your fingers and the shit just happened, bro. So we all think Oscar De La Hoya, he wanted to make the fight happen, this, that, but then that motherfucker said a whole different thing. But now that Ryan opened up his mouth talking about fuck Golden Boy, we can make it happen, this, that, and the third. Like I had to tell dude yesterday, Ryan Garcia is still one of the top fighters in the game. So if Tank go get Ryan ass, that's one of the top fighters in the game, and that shit gonna be fireworks and it's gonna put on for boxing.
Wait, time.
And I'm okay with that fight. I'm okay with that fight.
Wait a minute, OTB. Let Coach talk. What, Coach?
Hold on. Wait. He might be one of the most popular fighters because of his Instagram and all this shit.
Man, y'all keep talking about Instagram and shit.
One of the top fighters, and he hasn't fought no
fucking body at all.
You keep saying he haven't fought nobody, but he got Luke Campbell on his resume. When you look at all these dudes' resume, now, so Devin just became undisputed, right?
Oh, man.
So Devin beat Kambosos, right?
Yeah.
But before he beat Kambosos, what Devin have on his resume, right? You can say Linares and JoJo.
He beat
right?
Gamboa.
Linares and JoJo. Everybody beat Gamboa, man. Ryan knocked Gamboa ass out as well.
Who the fuck does
So when we looking at the situation, right?
To go.
When we looking at the situation, coach, when we looking at you want to discredit Ryan Garcia as if he ain't one of the top lightweights in the game. Cut that shit out, man. Cut that shit out. So if Devin, so Ryan ain't one of the top guys in the game, but Devin want to fight him. Right, because everybody want to fight him, but he ain't one of the top guys in the game. So now when it come down to Tank fighting him, oh, he's a nobody. But if Devin was to get a fight with him,
Marcus Brown up out of my chat. Get this motherfucking clown up out of here.
And my thing with that, child, is I mean, you can't, coach, you can't really say he ain't fought nobody because ain't none of them fighting nobody neither.
No, this is
that's what makes him and Tank a good fight.
OTB.
Tank ain't fighting no
credit.
damn body neither.
No, it's like this. It's like this, OTB. I'm giving credit to these dudes, fam, right? Devin just got George Kambosos. You know what I'm saying? So he became undisputed. He's sitting as the king at the lightweight division, right? But before that, right, he just got that one. So when we look at Ryan beat motherfucking he put the boy down, Luke Campbell, the first person to knock Luke Campbell the fuck out. Tank got Leo Santa Cruz. He got Jose Pedraza. So all their resumes is lingering a little bit with each other, parallel. Now, you can't just sit up here and look at Ryan Garcia and say, how? He's still going in that motherfucker, knocking motherfuckers out, being exciting, and he's still a fucking fighter. Y'all can try to discredit Ryan all y'all want because of outside of the ring shit. But inside the ring, the motherfucker can fight, and he is dangerous, whether y'all like his fighting style or not, fam. Speed and power is real. Speed and power is real,
shit about everybody else, now we got to admit that it's credible in Ryan's case, too.
Yeah, speed and power is real,
did
bro.
you see his last fight?
Got some danger, so.
Yes.
That motherfucker was packed. He's a main event.
Bro,
yeah, so
the dude
like I said,
to go, who was ranked number 50.
Man.
He sold out.
This is where we get confused.
So it matter when Tank do it, but it don't matter when Ryan sell out?
Because I'm not on the same wavelength with y'all. And the reason I'm not on the same wavelength is because of this. When a person believes in their fucking skills, they fight the best. When a person, they don't back out of fucking 4 fights. 4 fucking fights.
So are you going to say Pitbull fuck? Is you going to say Pitbull?
It's
so
the best, one of the best.
Pitbull not fuck up the fight with Ryan, man. They put the Pitbull. So that be real, Ryan. And you got to give these dudes credit some goddamn word, man. Pitbull and his team said no to the Ryan Garcia fight, and they went to fucking Gamboa on an Earl Spence undercard on pay-per-view, which I don't knock because it's on the PBC side. But they pulled out of the fight with Ryan Garcia when he was to fight Pitbull Cruz. Right? And Ryan going around here let you know that there was some bullshit, and he's standing on that, and I got to get a due respect for that. So if we looking at, I'm not naming no fucking to go as no big time fight like that. But at the end of the day, you can't knock Ryan Garcia if he ain't one of the hot youngest stars in the goddamn game. He's right there with all they goddamn names, fam.
Mandatory to the WBC fucking championship. That means he did not want to be the best fighter.
So Cole, you act like we don't know that he didn't fight Devin Haney. He was right there supposed to fight Devin Haney. Okay, we know that, man. God damn, but at the same time, at that time, they was finna make the Tank fight happen, right? They was about to make the Tank fight happen. They fucked that up with that Manny Pacquiao shit. And I do blame Golden Boy and Ryan Garcia for trying to run to a fucking Manny Pacquiao when y'all should have went on ahead and just took the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. But them being who the fuck they is, they seen a few extra dollars. They seen Manny Pacquiao, not even knowing if he was gonna beat no fucking Pacquiao, whatever the situation was. But whatever the fuck it was for them to try to switch over to Manny Pacquiao, it was some bullshit. But it don't take away from the fact that when he didn't fight Devin Haney, they went and tried to make the fucking Gervonta Tank Davis fight happen because they was going back and forth like a motherfucker. Now, credit, yes, you're in position to fight for a world title. You are the fucking WBC mandatory. You in position, right? But if you look at the build up through all that shit, Ryan kept saying who he wanted to fight. I won't Tank. I won't Tank. I won't Tank. And then the bitch fucked the fight up. I give him shit for that. You fucked the fight up. Y'all should have went out here and made it happen. And when they try to come back to Tank them, Mayweather promotion them told them, fuck y'all. We ain't somebody that you just put on the back burner like that, then come back like you this big ass megastar. It don't take away from Brian still being a top fucking lightweight in the game and credible for any of them dudes. He credible for Tank, he credible for Devin, or he credible for T.O. or any motherfucker else at 135 if he was to get into the ring with him. We ain't finna just discredit Ryan like he's just a nobody, man.
We was just shitting on Ryan Garcia for ducking Devin Haney because we thought it was a credible opponent for Devin Haney.
But my point is this. I'd rather see Tank fight motherfucking JoJo Diaz than motherfucking Ryan Garcia.
Nah, Coach, I gotta disagree with you there, man.
I'd rather see him fight JoJo Diaz deserves to fucking fight.
Please, Coach, so then people gonna say JoJo ass was too small, bro. It's always
JoJo ain't got a chance to win that fight.
Same height and he fucking thicker than Tank.
They gonna be like he came up from
to win that fight against
man.
Tank.
That's what they
Tank
say.
Get more credit. Yeah, Tank get more credit. Tank get more credit beating Ryan Garcia than beating.
He'll get more credit beating Ryan Garcia, bro.
This y'all generation. Y'all
Coach, we ain't not talking about our generation. Don't get to saying our generation and all that shit, man. The fight game is the fight game, man. The fight game is a damn fight game.
You fucking either gonna be number one or you gonna be number two. All this old shit. This nigga fought one fucking good fighter, and that dude ain't shit. Because all these fighters we talking about would tear that motherfucker ass up.
Well, that's the case. Ain't none of these dudes shit, man.
Well, that's why the Tank and Garcia fight is a good fight to me. Yeah, I mean.
You supposed to go in there and watch to go. Bro,
he beat the man every round.
Real talk. Other than T.O. fighting Loma, who fighting A-level people, bro?
Right. Knockout. How many rounds did you get to go in that fight, bro, against Ryan Garcia?
Like maybe like 1, 2. He ain't win no.
I'm not saying he knocked his ass out, but he beat
Ryan didn't look like shit though. He looked like shit. But he won almost every round of that fight.
Being on the layoff, right, and it's not making no excuse for Ryan. I'm not gonna even say he looked like shit, bro. I'm gonna say that when you try to force when you try to force a knockout, that shit sometimes don't come. And when you got a fighter in there that's fighting to survive, bro, it's gonna be sometimes hard to get a knockout. He cracked him, he hurt him a couple times, right? And he didn't like to go one trying to press the fight, right? But Ryan was trying to press the fight, and I felt like his ass tried to do too much, coming back, being with Joe Goose and trying to prove himself a lot. To where it wasn't his best performance, but it ain't like he went in there against the go and God damn, you know what I'm saying? No, it wasn't his best performance. Sometimes you get those, sometimes you get those stalemates fights like that. Yeah, those stalemates fights where it's like, okay, your ass try to force it. You didn't look like this. You try to do too much, but it ain't like to go dead shit.
Man,
like
now we just
this is my point. This the only point I'm trying to make. This is the only point I'm trying to make, bro. We was all on here. I heard everybody in some form or fashion was shitting on Ryan Garcia, criticizing Ryan Garcia because he was fighting to be the interim instead of fighting Devin Haney when he became Devin Haney's mandatory. The reason that we were criticizing Ryan Garcia is because everyone felt like at the time he was a credible opponent for Devin Haney. Everyone felt like that was somebody that Devin Haney could fight to show his greatness, prove his championship medal, and it was a good opponent for Devin Haney. We cannot now turn around practically less than a year later and be like, it's a shit fight for Tank Davis. That shit's not right, bro. If it's a good fight for Devin Haney, it's a good fight for Tank Davis.
Let me take y'all inside the ring. Because if y'all telling me that a fighter with fast hands and the reach advantage that Ryan gonna have, not to mention he might come in there as equally in weight as Tank. Tank ain't never been in there for real, and we just seen the success that Rolly had. And now if anybody want to tell me Rolly wasn't tagging Tank ass, then you go back and watch it. So you talking about a fighter with faster hands, longer reach. You understand? And we just seen Devin be perfect for 12 rounds. Do Ryan have to be perfect? Yeah, but can he fuck Tank up in that fight? Do we have some things that can be a kryptonite to Tank? Because Tank ain't got no active jab. Tank gonna figure out a way to close the distance. So if Ryan can actually box for goddamn it 12 rounds and keep his ass out there, a la Devin Haney, Kambosos, we just seen it happen. Ain't nobody about to tell me he can't win that fight.
I got Rolly Romero fucking stopping Ryan Garcia.
That must mean you got him. That must mean you got him doing something bad to Kambosos too.
What? Who?
Rolly?
No.
See that's what I'm like, bro. Ryan Garcia is on the level of George Kambosos, bro. Like he's on his level, bro. Like
I think that
like
Kambosos will be
Kambosos is not like bro.
I think Ryan is a better fight than Kambosos, bro. I think
Ryan to tear Kambosos'
I think Ryan to knock Rolly ass out, man. That speed and power is real on Ryan.
I don't understand, bro. Like so basically, if only people you want to see Tank fight is Lomachenko and Devin Haney. Anybody else, they trash.
Right.
No bullshit.
Okay, who else can he fight at 135?
JoJo.
This is my question to y'all.
Javier Fortuna.
See, y'all like these participation awards. I don't fucking like
Man,
Albert
come
Bill.
on, coach.
Let me tell y'all something.
Coach, Coach, we gotta. No, I don't like participation awards, but hear me out, Coach. Hear me out, Coach. Kambosos, if we want to go, because y'all like to go off what people say, bro. If Kambosos has came out and said, I feel like I could do some things different. I feel like I landed harder shots. Yeah, we all know it's bullshit. But the one thing he said was, we're going to do something in the rematch. So he's already saying that he wants the rematch. So Devin Haney is unavailable. Kambosos is unavailable. Lomachenko is probably only coming back for Devin Haney. So if Tank Davis is fighting Ryan Garcia at the end of the year while Haney and Kambosos are doing a rematch, what's the problem, bro?
I'll tell you the problem. You want me to tell you the problem?
And yes, tell me the problem and tell me who you would rather him fight.
You the problem.
Yeah.
You want me to explain to you the problem? The problem is this. I'm going to tell you the fucking problem. What gives this little fucking skinny motherfucker the right to fucking jump the line and get the biggest fight and the biggest fucking purse other than he popular?
We just seen Rolly Romero talk his way into that shit. I ain't hearing Leo Santa Cruz fought at a whole different weight, coach.
Hold on.
Let him go.
He backed out of the Gervonta Davis fight, right?
Yes.
He backed out of that Manny Pacquiao shit was fictitious bullshit that he created in his own little stupid head. All right, that's number one. Number two, he backed out of the Fortuna fight. That's another fight he backed.
I gotta get the
right? So now
microphone.
Okay, then now he backed out of
microphone
in JoJo Diaz fight, right? He backed out of the motherfucker, right? Okay. So then he was the mandatory. He was the mandatory for the motherfucking WBC championship.
Coach, we know that he.
Hold on, let me finish. He backed out of that shit. So now all of a sudden Tank can have a big performance against Rolly, who beat your fucking ass in sparring, fucked you up, bloodied your shit all up. But now you get the fucking fight because you popular on Instagram. Man, boxing.
Man, he don't get the fight because he's popular on
Instagram. Maybe Tank want to fight him because he was talking all that shit about Tank.
Knockout. He get the fight because he's a top lightweight in the world, whether you want to admit it or not, man.
So
him and Tank already had a history. Him and Tank already had a history of him and Tank already got the history of building this fight up, and it was right there before, man. So what do you want to get a man credit? It ain't just that he popular, bro. You stay trying to discredit the man and like as if he can't fight.
We got to look at it like this.
It's a lot of people.
I'm gonna say this.
A lot of people get their ass whooped.
Hold on. Let me say this real quick. Let me say this. We forget that Ryan Garcia, he got to fight Fortuna. Now, if he beats Fortuna, if he can stop Fortuna, then we ain't got nothing to argue about. Then we can say that he's the top lightweight.
If they make it to the ring. Because that bitch will come up, oh, my pinky toe hurt.
I agree with all of that. I agree with all of that.
So right now, it's an argument if he should be in the session. But if he beat Fortuna, then, but he got to do it. Let's see if he can beat Fortuna. Let's see if he can stop Fortuna. And then we can go from there.
Yeah, that's a tough ass fight. Coach, if he beat Fortuna, will you be cool with Tank Davis?
We gonna sit up here.
Rolly just got the fight.
Exactly. Listen, Rolly ain't do shit, right? Well, Coach sit up here and say, "Oh, Rolly gonna be Tank toughest fight. It's gonna be a toughest fight." Rolly ain't do shit, even outside of Ryan capping and doing this and doing that. Ryan resume still better than Rolly shit. Rolly ain't do shit.
Barrios was on his way up.
But you'll sit up here and say, "Okay, Rolly will give him this, that, and the third." But when it comes to Ryan Garcia, oh, he did that. Come on, man, cut it out.
Rolly, hold on, time out.
And let's look at Tank opponents.
Cut it out.
Hold on, time out. Rolly had a fucking belt. That's some
Man,
bull.
Rolly ain't done shit.
Man, you just
You
told me
talking
them
about
belts
resume.
don't mean shit. You
No,
told me
we talking
them.
no, Coach just said Coach just said up here said Ryan ain't fight nobody.
Rolly
Ryan,
will
he haven't
fight
fought no
anybody
goddamn
at
body.
any time.
Ryan ain't
That
fought no
bitch you
goddamn
talking
body.
about?
Ryan
That's
ain't
not a
fought
full fucking
nobody.
fight.
It doesn't matter. You just said
Barrios was
you just said Ryan ain't fighting
And
no
don't
damn
just
body.
Leo
And then you
Santa
look at
Cruz
Rolly
was moving
resume,
up in
and you
weight.
don't see nobody on this goddamn resume that you know, Coach. And the one that
Yo,
he do
And
got
Rolly
somebody
had
on his
14
resume that he
fights.
do gets a name with, that boy whooped his ass and he got a
he
kill.
fought one fighter, Luke Campbell.
Man.
Who the rest of the bums?
Luke Campbell was
He
bigger than
shot
anybody on
Francisco
Rolly resume.
Fonseca before Tank Davis did, bro.
Hold on. Luke Campbell was bigger than anybody on Rolly motherfucking resume.
And guess what? Rolly beat that bitch too. So
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Man, let me tell y'all something,
You
bro.
don't know that. You
Yo,
so how Rolly ain't shit.
Rolly will beat Luke Campbell. He'll beat
now
Ryan Garcia,
Rolly
but
now
he
this
ain't
big
got no
ass
smoke. He ain't got no smoke for George Kambosos though.
Now
Come
Rolly
on,
this
man.
big time monster.
That Devin Haney fandom is showing very, very heavy, bro. It's
y'all
showing.
cowards. I come to the realization that Money Brown like cowards. Fuck it, y'all like.
Man,
I don't like Ryan Garcia. Who do you want? You want Tank to fight JoJo Diaz?
You want to say we like cowards, but you rather watch Tank fight JoJo than to fight
because
fucking Ryan
JoJo's
Garcia.
a warrior.
Because of what you
fight
keep talking about what a warrior. You keep talking about you. See, that's the thing is, see, y'all personal feelings get
I
involved.
take JoJo Diaz, but I don't care between two.
Hold on, knockout. See, y'all personal feelings start getting involved when it come to boxing. Y'all start getting personal. Oh man, he ever done this shit, and he ever done that shit, and this bitch did this, and that bitch did that, and this. And y'all ready to blow a goddamn head gasket, but then y'all want to put motherfuckers in the ring that's probably under Ryan Garcia. Resumes ain't, you can say the resumes ain't about shit, but resume ain't on shit, and you give these fighters credit. But when it come to Ryan Garcia, and I get on Ryan ass, but when it come to Ryan Garcia, oh, this bitch don't deserve this, and that bitch don't deserve that. And he more dangerous. He more dangerous than a fucking Rolly. He more dangerous than a Rolly and more dangerous than a fucking JoJo Diaz, man. So you don't know what you really want the motherfucker to fight.
JoJo Diaz in there with Tank, bro. Can't nobody be in the ring with Tank and they ain't got no power, bro.
All he got is a left hook. That's it. Nothing else. His feet.
And JoJo has nothing.
Ain't got no damn jab. So I mean, you talking about a left hook and a fighter who just gonna walk down on you and hit you.
Who ain't got no jab?
Tank.
Who ain't got no jab?
He don't use that motherfucker either.
He's garbage. His feet are his feet are completely terrible.
Man, ain't nobody more terrible than Rolly.
The only reason and listen to me,
ain't
Coach,
nobody more terrible than no goddamn
you on your
Rolly.
boxing shit. Now I respect your boxing knowledge. Just hear me out, bro. The reason that I would rather see if Ryan Garcia can beat Javier Fortuna, because that ain't no fucking give me fight. Because shit, okay. All right, y'all pay attention to the TKO prediction show. But anyway, the only reason that I would rather see Ryan Garcia in the ring with Tank Davis instead of JoJo Diaz, because I've seen the JoJo Diaz story with Tank Davis, bro. If you can't crack, if you don't have the ability to somehow push Tank Davis back, you got no shot, bro. JoJo Diaz will get walked through by Tank Davis. At least Ryan Garcia, there's some intrigue. Can he land the left hook? He's longer. He's bigger naturally. Like, there's some intrigue there. There's no intrigue in the fight between JoJo Diaz and Tank Davis.
Facts.
No, it's not, bro. Tank Davis will do JoJo Diaz dirty, bro. Like
Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz.
Do not think. Do you
ain't lying.
Leo Santa Cruz.
He gonna knock that boy out the ropes.
It's not gonna be going.
And once he knock his ass out, he ain't gonna get no credit knockout.
Listen, first of all, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen in the fucking fight. Tank.
First of all,
go ahead, Coach.
Go ahead, Coach. My bad.
It's not gonna happen. Ryan Garcia is going to be terrified in the fucking ring. Now, only reason that I'm considering wanting this fight
because you want to see Ryan get his ass whooped,
and we don't have to hear from this garbage motherfucker no more. That's the only reason. Because he's an insult to the fucking sport. He's an insult. He's a promoter's nightmare, right? Okay. I think that this motherfucker is not very good. He's a decent fighter. He got a left hook and he got fast hands, but he don't place punches well. That's number two. Number one, Tank is going to be moving in and fucking his body up. and then he gonna hit him with. He gonna slide to the right. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. He gonna slide to the right, and he
Tank go fuck all them dudes up. No matter who you put in the ring with.
And that bitch is going to sleep.
I mean, he gonna do it to JoJo too. At least Ryan, a bigger name, like they both gonna get their ass with, bro. If you can't do like look at the people that have had success against Tank Davis. You either gotta be supremely skilled, like Devin Haney, who can box and do all this shit. But if you ain't on his skill level, you gotta be strong as shit, and you gotta push him back, bro. If you can't push him back like Pitbull Cruz did, or like Rolly did, bro, and you come in that hole like JoJo Diaz, you trying to be a pressure fighter, but you ain't got no power, and you smaller than him, bro. Your ass is gonna end up like Hugo Ruiz, Felix Nunez, fucking Leo Santa Cruz, bro. Like I seen this story before. I know what's gonna happen, bro. At least Ryan Garcia give me some sort of suspense, bro. That's all I'm saying. At least I can look at Ryan and be like, all right, man, you gonna catch a left hook, or you gonna be scared? You longer than him. How that hand speed gonna work? Can Tank deal with your hand speed? I have no questions about JoJo Diaz. I know what's gonna happen to him, bro.
Listen, you just saw him fight a completely horrible fighter, right? And
Who that?
Hold on, listen. And when the fighter decided to fucking fight, what does Ryan Garcia first thing that he does? He reaches out like this and tries to grab. As soon as the fighter starts turning on and throwing punches back, he reaches out to grab. He is going to get hit with a fucking uppercut from Tank. And it's going over with. It's not going to be a fight. I'm letting y'all know now. He's going to beat this dude up bad. He's going to stop him bad because Ryan Garcia is got an amateur style. He's not very good. He's going to get beat up, and then y'all gonna be back, and we're gonna be in the same fucking situation.
So what's gonna happen with JoJo Diaz, coach?
It's gonna be a better fight because JoJo is a better technical.
Man, JoJo getting his ass knocked out. JoJo, look, JoJo can't beat Ryan. I put money on that. JoJo can't beat Ryan, bro. Ryan knock JoJo ass out. JoJo can't be no fucking man. JoJo can't be no fucking Ryan, bro. JoJo can't be Ryan. Rolly can't be Ryan, right? Rolly ain't gonna beat him. Yeah. He's a fucking bum. He's a bitch. They beat his ass in sparring. That's all right. They beat his ass in sparring. Because Coach said I can beat his ass. I'm gonna beat his fucking ass.
Money, hold on. So Michael Benson, he just Oscar, he just put out an article with Oscar De La Hoya, right? He's saying, I'm ready to make Gervonta Davis a multi-million-dollar offer to fight Ryan Garcia in November. I'm willing to make this fight available on the Zone and Showtime pay-per-view. Split is right down the middle, and let's make this fight happen.
That's surprise.
So what y'all think about that shit?
I mean,
it's a liar. I don't believe.
I won't say, look, knockout. I won't say that on a simple factor because both of them dudes want to fight. Listen, when Ryan said that shit, Ryan really believed he can beat Tank. I'm gonna say this, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This motherfucker been wanting Tank for a while, and like I said, it almost happened, but the bullshit happened. Like I said, I blame their ass for that shit. I get on Ryan's ass for that shit. But this motherfucker really believed he can beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, you know, I don't think he gonna say no stupid shit like Rolly. Well, he did say some stupid shit like that, 3 rounds or whatever the fuck he said, stupid ass shit. But I really believe they gonna make it happen, bro. Think about it. When you see Devin doing what he doing, you see Shakur doing what he doing, they know, right? They know, and Tank's selling out shit. So he got a superstar right there as well. But they know that, okay, we got it with them having titles, we have to do some things that's going to outstand that shit, right? And Ryan, and I'm telling people can say what the fuck they want to say. To me, Monty Brown TV, Ryan and Tank is still the biggest fight at 135, bro. Commercial wise and casual wise, fam. That motherfucker's gonna do numbers. I don't know if you're gonna be with Mayweather Promotion with this shit. You know, we'll see. But if it is with Mayweather Promotion, you have Mayweather and well, I don't even know if Mayweather gonna be in that bitch. You might have Leonard Ellaby and Oscar De La Hoya standing up there. But we all know the situation with Oscar and Mayweather. They gonna try to promote that shit just like that, right? We seen the numbers they did. But one thing Ryan Garcia know how to do, he know how to run his mouth. I said this last night. He know how to get under Tank's skin, and he know how to bring the best out of Tank, right? He know how to bring the best out of Tank for us talking shit because Ryan is somebody that Tank want to fuck up. Tank want to knock his ass out. And that shit been building since like 17, bro. So it's already a history there with them motherfuckers going back and forth talking shit. and that shit gonna sell like hotcakes, and it's gonna be an interesting fight, fam. It's gonna be, and I promise you, it's gonna be better than It's gonna be better than fucking Rolly and Tank. It's gonna be better than that shit.
The only thing,
Rolly, hold on, y'all know Rolly, the man that coach said was gonna be Tank toughest fight. You know what I'm saying? But got his ass knocked out in the 6th round. Yeah, that dude was gonna be better than that fight.
So I hear everything you saying. The only 2 points I disagree with: number one, Ryan Garcia don't believe he can beat no fucking Tank Davis. He don't believe that shit.
Yeah, why don't he? Ryan have been in the ring with Shakur Stevenson.
Why y'all be saying he don't believe? Why do y'all say he don't believe he can beat somebody?
I'm gonna tell you why. This is why I can't speak for nobody. I can't speak for nobody else. This is why
y'all know what these dudes think, bro.
This is why I say.
But you can't speak for that man either, knockout.
Bro, I'm just telling you why I don't think he believes in himself. You spoke for him and said he do believe.
My opinion.
I'm just telling you why I don't think he believes in himself. I'm giving you my opinion, bro.
Can't say, you can't come out and say Ryan don't believe. You
literally just came out and said he do believe.
Okay, put my opinion first.
Why he can have the opposite opinion?
Yeah, you believe that.
I said what Monty Brown think. I said what Monty Brown think.
And I'm telling you what I think, bro. I gotta say, Knockout Boxing 86 TV thinks this, but I don't talk in the third person. I don't talk in the third person, bro.
You gotta say.
I just tell you what I think.
I ain't say talking third person. I say in my opinion, when you come out and say, when you come out and say,
I'm talking third person.
When you come out and say, Ryan don't believe he can be Tank, that's as if you just know as a fact. In my opinion, I believe Ryan. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put my opinion.
Bro,
first,
I don't. Bro, we put it out there to the people. Like I don't say really in my opinion. I just start saying my opinion. Bro.
Well then,
don't talk like that, bro.
Oh well,
you didn't say that, Money Brown.
Okay, you gotta put. I did say. I said this is what Monty Brown thinks. My opinion. You can't just come out and say, he beat
this is what Knockout Boxing.
That's like you said it as a fact.
Okay, money, you're digressing, bro. And this is what Knockout Boxing 86 TV thinks. I don't think Ryan Garcia believes in himself, bro. I don't think he believes that he can beat Tank Davis, and I'll explain to you why. Someone that believes that they can beat Tank Davis believes that they can beat anybody. And someone who believes that they can beat anybody at 135, they don't run around this bitch trying to be the interim champion, bro, and faking injuries and shit, and acting like they hurting shit, acting like they got mental issues, getting out of fight after fight after fight after fight. They don't pretend like they got some fight with Manny Pacquiao if they believe they can beat Tank Davis, bro. Like he doesn't
pretend that was real though. Knockout.
When you the best, you don't fight a Leo Santa Cruz that came up from a different way.
The Pacquiao situation was true though. Knockout.
No, it says who said it was true? Manny Pacquiao and them said hell no, it wasn't true.
Fucking
Knockout. It's reported.
Just because Ryan Garcia got a good editor and shit, bro.
Wait a minute. No, not just Ryan Garcia said it. The people that was representing Manny Pacquiao came out and said they was in talks with Ryan Garcia for a fight. That's documented, bro.
That's not true.
They denied it, bro. That's documented. They denied that.
Man, that's documented, bro. No, they did not deny it, bro. That's documented. When they got to talk about the Mikey Garcia fight, they came out and said that Ryan Garcia was a player that Manny Pacquiao and them was looking at, bro. So I don't give a fuck what they talking about. They team came out and said that shit.
They said that they.
So that's a fact. You gotta get and I clean that shit up for Ryan on that one. I clean that up for Ryan on that one.
That's what they said.
Well, we gotta look at the fact too that shit. Tank was a champion when Devin Haney was having like his 3rd or 4th fight. Shit, this man that just went and became undisputed, and shit, you ain't fighting the best neither. So shit. All they asses in the same, both they ass in the same.
Who is fighting? Who is other than? And this is what y'all keep. Who fighting the best other than Teofimo versus Lomachenko? Who done fought the best, bro?
Teofimo fought Comey, knocked out Comey right before that.
So we considering Comey the best. Is Comey better than Pitbull? Like what are we really doing, bro? Who really fighting the best? The shit that, like who Pitbull fighting who y'all want them to fight?
Damn.
Pitbull wasn't no champion.
Damn is.
Who did Devin fight that's considered the best, bro?
The person who had every last belt except one.
Okay, so Kambosos is considered the best.
He had all the belts except one.
All right. I'm trying to see what we consider the best. All right, hey, if you believe Kambosos is better than Tank, if you believe that Kambosos is better than
you gotta get George Kambosos, but you gotta get George Kambosos.
But ain't nobody fighting each other.
But you still gotta get George Kambosos' credit though. Yeah. You still got to get George Kambosos credit. He still was the number one lightweight. He beat Teofimo, who beat the man. So yes, George Kambosos was the number one lightweight. What if and I'm with you now.
You can be number one. You can be number one all day. That don't make you the best.
I think Tank beat him. Tank, but at the end of the day, he still was the number one, bro. So that made him the best. That did make him the best. He had 3 scraps, bro. Now, of course, we got Tank, and we say Tank beat him, but it don't take away that George Kambosos was the number one lightweight with 3 titles, and he beat the man that beat the man. So you got to give him his just due. And I'm with Coach on that. We got to give man, Devin beat the best. Devin beat George Kambosos.
He was the man in the lightweight division. Devin Haney is the man in the lightweight division. He is the number one lightweight. That's completely different from saying he the best. You still got questions out there, bro. You still got dudes you got to beat to show that you the best. I can't call you the best yet. Just like I think Earl Spence is the best welterweight. I believe 100% that Earl Spence is the best welterweight. But guess what? He got another question out there that he got to answer in Terrence Crawford. I believe that Canelo Alvarez is the man at 168 right now. He's the number 168 pounder in the world. Can I call him the best? No, I think you need to go see David Benavidez. Then I can call him. Like, bro, if there is somebody out there that people believe that can possibly beat you, bro, you got to go answer that question. You can be number one.
That don't make you not the best. It don't make you not.
Like, what are y'all talking about, bro?
Listen.
That you did something that the person who y'all want to see me fight didn't do.
It's discrediting though, still. But no, it's like because now we not giving people the credit that they fucking earn, bro. That's why I be telling y'all gotta quit that shit.
Bro,
if you go out there and you beat
somebody number one and saying they the man versus
you
just
is the man, bro. Okay,
don't mean that I'm hating on him, dog.
I never said that.
Coach think Devin Haney will watch Tank Davis. That don't make him a Tank Davis hater.
Wait a minute. Did I just say you was hating? I said it's just discrediting, bro. Discrediting and hating is 2 different things, family. Now, when you look at somebody that put
because I have an opinion, money, that I think this fighter can beat this other fighter, I'm discrediting another fighter, bro.
Yes, you discredit because you sit there and you say, "Oh no, he's not the best." But when you put yourself in position to be the best, that means you sitting at the fucking top. You number one, and now they want to fight you to take your fucking position, fam. They want that position. They want the number one spot. So if Devin Haney holding on to a title, yes, Devin is a champion. But the motherfucker that got 3 titles that's number one, you got to say he's the best at the division. And Devin wouldn't beat him, so that make him the best. Now, of course, it's going to always be other fighters out there to fight. It's never going to be not somebody to fight, bro. It doesn't matter if Canelo go beat motherfucking Benavidez, it's still gonna be somebody to fight. It doesn't matter if Devin go beat Tank, it's still gonna be somebody to fight. But you can't knock these dudes for putting themselves in position and being the best. You gotta give them their credit for that shit, bro.
Bro, it's not discrediting someone to think that someone else can beat them.
No, it is discredit. No, it's not. I never said you. Wait a minute. I never said you discredited by saying somebody can beat them. I said you discredited by you saying, "Oh, they not the best." You just said that they not the best.
The best means that the best. Just because you get the the best means that you have cleaned out the. I'll give you a perfect example, bro. For about a year, year and a half. Josh Taylor was absolutely, positively the best 140-pounder in the world. He beat Regis Prograis in a controversial decision. He beat Victor Postol. He beat Jose Ramirez. And for about a year and a half, he the man at 140. But what happened? He stayed around that motherfucker so long. Now we're looking at Gary Antoine Russell and what he did to fucking Victor Postol. Hold on, let me finish. Money, don't cut me off.
But it's always let me finish. It's always going to be somebody that fight, bro. It's always going to be somebody else to fight, bro.
Money, let me finish. And Gary Antoine Russell started coming up. Now it's people like, I don't know, bro. Gary Antoine might get you, or you look like crap against Jack Catterall. Let's put it into perspective, bro. Devin Haney beat one guy for all the belts, bro. It ain't like he went through champion after champion after champion, bro. So to think that someone can beat him, that's not discrediting him. Now, if you are not willing to say Devin Haney is the man, if you're not willing to say Devin Haney is the number one lightweight, if you're not willing to say that all legacy, everything run through Devin Haney, then yeah, bro, you hating. But if you just think somebody can beat him, or you think somebody can beat Tank, or you think somebody can beat Loma, that don't make you a hater. If you think Terrence Crawford can beat Earl Spence,
you on a whole different way. Hater, see, Knockout, you on a whole different way because nobody said if you thinking somebody can beat somebody, that make you a hater or that don't make you like somebody.
You said since I'm not calling him the best,
wait a minute, bro. You just went. Now I'm saying what you saying is when we sit up here and said that George Kambosos is the best. You said, oh, you think George Kambosos is the best? Oh, he haven't beat Tank and he haven't beat this. What we saying is, yes, George Kambosos is the best because he beat the man and he's sitting there at the fucking number one position with 3 fucking titles, bro. He got 3 titles, and he just beat Teofimo Lopez, who beat Lomachenko, who you said, okay, the only person that's fighting somebody is Teofimo. He beat Lomachenko. He beat this fighter. He beat that fighter, right? So if George Kambosos beat that man, take the fucking titles from him, and he's sitting up there with 3 titles at the number 1 position, how the fuck is he not the best at the division, bro? Now, if you feel like, oh, Tank beat him, I think Tank beat George Kambosos. I think Devin beat him. I think Brad probably beat him. It still don't take away from the fact that George Kambosos is still the number 1 motherfucker that beat the man that's holding 3 scraps, and that make him the best at the division. Because now, guess what? They want to fight. Wait a minute. And if you number 1, you the goddamn best. Knockout, goddamn.
That's not true.
What the hell is you talking about?
Yeah,
that's not true.
I gotta agree with that.
You just making up too much. Bro. You just trying to make shit to be too complicated. I gotta agree with
that, though.
That's not true. That's not true. And here's how it's not true. Here's how it's not true. How many number 1 people don't end up winning the championship?
If you feel like you
still got questions, bro. The man still fighting.
Bro,
you can't say nobody the best and they ain't fought the other best fighters.
You said how many number 1 people? You said how many number 1 people did not win the championship?
And I can't believe the OG
George Kambosos.
So Canelo is the best 168 pounder in the world.
Coach won the championships, bro. He won the championship.
Coach. Canelo Alvarez is the best 168 pound fighter in the world, Coach. He's the best.
He the best.
Right now, yeah.
Right now,
he the best.
Hold on. Listen. This is where we having confusion. The confusion is coming in at this. Of course, we think there's other fighters that can beat them, right? I think David Benavidez can beat Canelo. All right, I've been saying that. But at this moment in time, he is the best.
Nah, bro. Y'all using the wrong word, bro. That's the wrong word for that shit.
No, we're not using the wrong word. You just trying to be complicated. That's what you're trying to do.
It's a knockout.
Right.
Y'all using the wrong word, bro.
No, because you're discrediting the accomplishment of having all the belts. At the time when Muhammad Ali was the champion, right? He was the best. Now, did somebody come along and beat him and take the championship from him? Then they became the best. Now, it's always opinions of fans. Well, I think so-and-so can beat him, and I don't think he's the best. But at that moment in time, because in other words, then we don't need no motherfucking championship belts at all, right? Because that's what it represents. The championship belts and having all 4 of them. That represents that you are the best fighter in the world.
All right.
Do people think that other fighters can beat them? Yes. But those other fighters got to put themselves in position to beat them like this. And the reason I say that, now, we got a situation with Tank Davis right now where he's letting other people guide his career to where he's not going to go across the street and try to get those belts from those guys, right? Whereas, so now, and it's the same thing that's going on with Canelo Alvarez. Do I think that David Benavidez can beat him? Does David Benavidez want the fight? Tank Davis don't want those fights. See? So how you going to, if you don't want those fights because you listen to Leonard Ellaby and talking about it's all about money, then you can't prove to the fans that you are the best, right? Because you worried about money more than you worried about your legacy and your championship. I'm glad this subject came up. Because
this is all I know, Coach. This is all I'm saying, bro. All I'm saying is, in any sport, I don't give a damn what sport it is, if there are still questions to be answered, if there's still somebody out there that people think got smoke for you, I can't objectively call you the best, because best don't mean
when you win a Super Bowl or a championship, you ain't the best team in the NFL.
But ain't no Super Bowl, ain't the proverbial Super Bowl ain't been won here in my mind.
We can't. Let's not go, but we can't compare boxing.
Every time, just because I disagree with y'all, bro, like, let me talk.
So ain't nobody talk. I ain't said shit.
No, I ain't talking about you. I ain't talking about you, Keith. I ain't talking to you, Keith. I was talking about OTG had cut me off, bro.
No, I'm saying this like this. I think that if Tank Davis had been the one to win out there and beat Kambosos, the whole conversation would have been different. It'd been like, oh, Tank Davis is the best. Can't nobody beat Tank Davis because Devin Haney. it's a different conversation. You know,
No,
You
Tank
ever read that
Davis,
super chat, Key?
Tank Davis would be the man. Nah, bro, Tank Davis would be the man. He'd be the number one lightweight, but we still need to see him fight Devin Haney, and I still be pushing for that.
But it's always like that. When everybody knew that Floyd was the best, it was still people that were saying he ain't the best. He needs to fight such and such at welterweight.
Right.
He ain't the
Right.
Devin ain't did what Floyd did, bro.
Always be somebody,
bro.
though.
Hold
What we
on.
say,
Devin
just
ain't
don't
did
always
what
be
Floyd
somebody.
did, bro.
Let me finish. That never
Knocking
ends.
shit.
That never ends. So
Right.
that is just your opinion. So the only thing we have to go by is he has all of the belts. He beat the man who beat the man. So
Right.
he is the best.
Proud.
Right.
He is the best. Until somebody can prove
That's my
that he's not the
If
best,
that's the case,
he's the best. You have to go and beat him and prove that he is not the best because he has all of the straps and he beat the man that already had beat the man.
And
Right? So you can't say that he ain't the best. Your opinion is that you have an opinion that says, okay, I still think that Gervonta Tank Davis can beat him. Cool. But Tank Davis ain't the best. Devin Haney is the best because he beat the man who beat the man and he proved and he have all of the straps. That's just how it gotta be.
If that's how y'all want to define it, bro. Like,
Oh.
I call it, like, that's
That's
how y'all,
what
bro.
I got.
But the word best don't mean that shit. Best means something totally different. Best means the actual definition of best is to the highest degree.
Let me
The
read
absolute best, no questions. So I mean, it is what it is, bro.
Let me read the super chat. Yazoo says, as boxing fans, we have to appreciate people who take risks, and Haney took the risk, so he has to be called number one. Exactly. And then we trying to sit up here acting
I'm
like
calling
that
him number
Haney,
one.
Hold on.
Number one is the best. They got another.
Hold on. You can't sit up here and act like Haney did not take the ultimate risk. Going over there, taking less money, all the odds against him, everything was stacked against him. He did what he had to do. He did what nobody else was willing to do. He did what nobody else. So that alone deserves the biggest amount of credit. Just doing that alone.
The utmost
respect. You gotta give him his respect. The utmost respect for just doing that. I mean, it's always, I don't give a fuck who you are. It's always gonna be an argument saying, oh man, he ain't the best, such and such can beat him. I think such and such can beat him. It don't matter who you are. So we have to go off of, you beat the man, that beat the man, and you got all of the belts. Ain't no question. You got to be the best until somebody prove that you not the best.
He the man, and he the number one lightweight. I can't say he the best shit.
He
got to get smoke with Loma. He got to get smoke with Tank.
Why is Tank going over to Australia and they talking about rematch clauses? We put asses in the seats. They're not. So see, Knockout keep trying to. Knockout whole thing is okay. He got the titles. He's sitting right there, but because Knockout feel that Gervonta Davis can beat Devin Haney, he feel like that he ain't the best until he beat him. All right, I'm just saying the gym. I'm just picking the name. Okay, Loma and Tank, and you're not wrong by thinking that they can beat him and feel like he need to beat them, but it still don't take away from that. Okay, Devin Haney is sitting on the throne, bro, as the king with all the fucking titles, bro. Like it doesn't matter. Like you can go down the list, but once you show that shit, you see a motherfucker that got all the titles, bro. Anybody in their right mind. I don't
literally
give a fuck if a Tank fan.
Literally every other word y'all are saying, I agree with.
King,
right number one, the man. I agree with all that shit. But
all that shit make it the best. All that shit make it the best, Knockout.
I want to, because we've been on this shit for too long. I want to skip to this whole shit that Oscar De La Hoya came out saying that he, is willing to offer, Gervonta Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis, the Ryan Garcia fight, make it split down the middle, DAZN, Showtime, pay-per-view, pay Gervonta Tank Davis more than he's ever gotten and all of that, right? This is what he's coming out saying. And he coming out saying that he's willing to, basically split it down the middle and work with Showtime, Leonard Ellerbe, and all of that. I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen, how this shit going to go. Leonard Ellerbe is going to come out and he going to act like, he's fucking God. And he go, man, fuck a motherfucking Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar He don't offer Tank shit. Tank Davis is the A side. You don't offer Javante Tank. Fuck what Oscar De La Hoya is talking about. That's what's gonna happen. So we already got a problem that's gonna come up. Because Leonard Ellerby, he gonna come out and he gonna say, fuck Oscar De La Hoya. You don't offer Tank Davis nothing. We are the A side. We make all the offers. And so how do y'all see this shit going? Because it's been, I'm telling y'all right now. Remember I said it. Remember the date I said it on for everybody that's saying, oh, we don't know if he with Leonard no more or not. Remember I said this shit.
Well, now, when I say this, kid, you gotta remember last time when they was making the fight, they was letting Ryan Garcia be the A side. Tank them, they conceded. I know right now, so they conceded the A side to him. So, we'll see how it go right now because, if, like I keep telling people, bro, to me, right, in my opinion, and put that out there so people like, Money Records, your hypocrite ass up out of here. I feel like it's still it's the biggest fight, and that shit is gonna generate, bro. That shit is gonna generate. It's really gonna generate because they gonna promote that shit the right way. Ryan Garcia run his mouth, regardless if you think third. When motherfuckers who talk shit, motherfuckers still pay attention. Rolly talked a whole lot of shit. Ryan, he can talk a whole lot of shit as well. You feel me? So I feel like that motherfuckers go generate, and the money that's gonna generate shit. It's gonna be a lot of fucking money now with the 50-50 split with Showtime and the Zone. That's gonna they have to sit at the table with that shit. But I think it makes common sense to be down the middle 50-50. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see with Ryan being now, like you say, Key, with Tank just doing what he did with Rolly and shit like that, got the buzz. We'll see how they play that shit. But Tank, he even said when I forgot what podcast he was on. He was like, well, it gotta be Ryan then. It gotta be Ryan.
Yeah, and UGK baby says, hold on, and let me respond to that shit that you just said, because you know what I'm saying, y'all can't just hear some shit where you heard some from somebody else on somebody else's channel and run with that shit. You said just like Oscar offered Jaime Munguia to Charlo. Well, he actually did. I mean, if you know, you know. The problem wasn't. The problem was that PBC didn't want Oscar De La Hoya involved at all. When Oscar was saying, "Okay, you know what I'm saying, we could make basically a split. We can make it a split to where
the same way
Golden Boy and DAZN is involved just like Showtime. And on the show, on the PBC side, they was like, nah, we don't want you to have nothing to do with this. But I kind of felt Oscar. That's my fighter. So you want me to let my fighter go over there and me not have nothing to do with my fighter when we built him? When I built this fighter up, I'm the one that had him duck everybody to get him to fucking 39-0 or whatever he is. And now you telling me that I can't have no fucking involvement in this fight? It wasn't all.
He gonna still get paid.
And they ain't want joint promotion for that.
Oscar,
but we supposed to believe it's about to happen for Tank.
Oscar and them asked for some shit that they knew nobody would agree to. You don't ask for TV rights when the other side is putting up the purse, bro. You have to. He should have tried to put something up for the purse, bro.
Well,
you don't do that. Never in the history of boxing does one side put up the purse, then they allow the other platform.
Bro, you don't know if they. But Naka, you keep bringing that up. You don't know if the DAZN was willing to put up something like they never went to the table to sit down and see. You keep saying, oh,
they said everything in that article what they asked for. They only bought the TV rights.
They never went and sat down at the table. They just completely closed the door. Bam. As soon as they closed the door, bam. So lucky up there.
You're just going off the report, money. That's what the report said.
All right. So if that's a report,
that's all we can go off of.
Still, okay. That's what the report said. We seen in that time frame when the report came out and they said what they said, how they closed the door so goddamn fast and bam, so lucky right there. Now this motherfucker got a back injury. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like you still go sit down at the table and try to work some shit out and let's see what they can say. Okay, maybe we don't want to do this, but how about we do this? Like you still go sit down if you really want to make that fight happen for your fighter. Otherwise, you already had some shit in plan, and that's what y'all really wanted to go with.
They had already agreed to the shit though, because it was also reported that Munguia already signed. So everything was already agreed to.
Contract, then if you sign a contract, then it's breach of contract.
That's what they were saying.
Why they never talked about it? You can't sign, but you can't sign your name on some shit and then all of a sudden it just go away like that after you sign the contract, bro. That's a breach of contract. We all know that's a breach of contract.
I understand where Golden Boy, stance was, and I understand what PBC stance was. Like we don't need you involved in this shit. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get paid your little percentage and get the fuck on. So I understand both sides, but that's what happens with the business of boxing. That's why these politics get in the way of making these fights. That's the problem, because like I tell people all the time, the promoters are in business to make as much money as they can off of that fighter, right? If they look at a fight and they like, okay, man, I ain't gonna make shit off of this. Shit, why let him go over there if I'm barely making anything? And now, hold on, and now my fighter got an L on his record. Now I can't promote him like I was promoting him before, as you know, being invincible. And he didn't went over here, got his motherfucking ass beat, and I ain't really make shit off of it, but some crumbs. So that's just how business is, bro. So
I agree with all that shit, bro. And the reason I got the smoke from Munguia and them, like, it ain't just because of that, bro. Like, let's keep in mind
too. With Zenith, I already know Zenith want to argue this month.
Let's keep in mind with let's keep this in mind with Golden Boy and Jaime Munguia and this whole thing too. Not only did they turn down the Charlo fight and shit fell through with that, they had no interest in fighting the WBO interim against Janabek. They were about to fight Daniel Jacobs at a catch weight and then move that shit over. Now they fighting the quarterback Josh Kelly that lost 4 goddamn Super Bowls. So like, come on, bro. Like they the common denominator in that shit. So you know, it is.
I agree with you. I think Golden Boy is a shithouse promotion. You know what I'm saying? What the UK? He's a fucking shithouse. I think they're a shithouse promotion, but you know, it just how shit go down, you know.
So for those,
we should be optimistic about
money, OTB. For those reasons, bros, my homies. For those reasons that I just named about Jaime Munguia and Golden Boy, that's why I believe they weren't negotiating in good faith, and that's why I believe that they was on some bullshit with the whole Jermall Charlo thing. Because look at all the other bullshit they done did leading up to finally giving us the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills versus fucking Jaime Munguia, bro. That's why I believe.
That fight that much more shitty.
Super chat real quick, money. Zenith 360 in the super chat coming through. He said the Zone and Golden Boy contract was expired at that time. Munguia and Golden Boy was network free agents. They made no offer to pay for anything. The Zone just re-signed with Golden Boy 2 weeks ago. It was Oscar's fault.
Well, like Oscar said, they've been working with the Zone, and the Zone been building Jaime Munguia up, right? And once he finna get his big fight, they feel like, you know what, we need some kickback on that shit. And like I said, they never sat down at the tables in it to go see what they really want to do or talk some shit out to try to make it work. They just closed the door so goddamn fast. So at the end of the day, you can say it's Oscar fault all you want to. The way Oscar, and I don't even fuck with Oscar like that. But when I listen to Oscar De La Hoya and when he said it and what he said, I can look at what he said as being true to what we didn't hear on the fucking PBC side, because we really didn't hear shit. We just seen the door close and bam, they got motherfucking Salucky up there to fight. But when you say okay, they giving us Jaime Munguia versus the motherfucking quarterback, whatever you just said, it ain't is it that much more worse than motherfucking Charlo and Salucky and motherfucking Benavidez and David Lemieux and shit like that? So it's like we can throw salt each and every way on the bullshit fights they putting out there. Right, neither one of them motherfuckers is going to fight the top shot, so it ain't that much more worse than that shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel you. I feel what you're saying, money, and I agree with you. The difference though is Jermall Charlo had offers turned down for better fights. Jaime Munguia turned down offers for better fights.
Like we said, they really didn't. I mean,
one of them tried to fight other better people. The other one turned better people down, bro.
But when you try to negotiate, you don't just close the door after somebody bring up another offer. Neither or they bring something up, like you said. Oh well, this shit never happened in boxing history. Okay, well, still go sit down and let's try to work some shit out and say, you know what, this shit never happened in boxing history. We never seen a fight that happened like this. But what we are willing to do, or what y'all guys can do, if y'all are willing to put this up, or y'all willing to just, oh, you know what, dude, get the fuck on, bitch. So lucky, like. Put the motherfucking contract out. So it was no negotiating to try to even make it happen. So at the same time, I'm giving their ass just as much as blame as we giving Oscar De La Hoya them, because they could have set their ass down, because they didn't have to really rush the fight like that, right? It ain't like he was fighting motherfucking 2 weeks away. No, they still was months away from making the fight. So still sit down and see if we can still make this happen to give him a better fucking name than what he been fighting leading up now, because fighting Salucky is still the same shit that he's been fighting, and they don't give him that much more extra credit.
Was part of the Canelo deal. Both y'all asses was part of the same deal, and instead of y'all fighting each other, y'all went and fought.
Good graces, bro. That's all.
Lucky and
he ain't had a deal yet. It's fine, bro. I don't really care about no fucking
Jamal Charlo. So check it out. with all of that being said, Jermall Charlo is saying that he got a back injury, but KQ said that he heard. So Jermall Charlo said he got a back injury from running. I don't know how the hell you injure your back running unless you fucking getting out the gates of the blocks. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. I don't know how you injure your back jogging and shit. But they said that Jermall Charlo got a back injury jogging. Now, KQKC, the singing OG, say he got word from behind the scenes that them tickets, you know what I'm saying, was hurting. His back wasn't hurting, as his motherfucking ticket sales was hurting, and wasn't nobody buying them goddamn tickets to that Selecki fight.
There
So,
you
which one? I mean, which one was it? Because
you know that it happened with
Teofimo.
Yeah, with Teofimo. It's that same shit, bro. It's that same shit. Them tickets wasn't fucking selling, and that's what the fuck they did. That's exactly what happened.
Like it's, I think people sick of seeing Jermall Charlo fight. You know what I'm saying? Rudy Poops and shit. I mean, Selecki, he cool, but even when Jermall Charlo was doing the interview for the build up to this fight, right? And he was trying to hype up Selecki, saying, "Man, he's a solid opponent. He's a good fighter." He was like, I mean, he went and fought Daniel Jacobs, and he lost to Daniel Jacobs, and he fought what did he say? He said he fought he fought Demetrius Andrade. He fought Demetrius Andrade, and he lost that fight too. But I mean, he fights solid guys, and he losing to him. But I mean, he's a solid. And it's like he couldn't even think of nothing to say to hype up Selecki. Everybody he named, he was naming fighters that Selecki lost to. So it's like, man, people kind of sick of seeing that shit with Jermall Charlo. And
yeah, facts, bro. And guess what? Although I'm a fan of his, although I like him, bro, he need to be. I've been calling for him to fight Andrade. He should have fought. He should move up to 168. He's been at 160 forever. He should be eliminating opponents, and he should be fighting the absolute best fighters, bro. And I'm not gonna stop giving him that smoke. Like, I agree wholeheartedly. And KQ, he actually got inside connections with that camp. So if he's saying the shit, I know he heard it from a credible source. So you gotta believe that shit. But if he really is injured, if he's not injured, whatever it is, bro, this is why when you gotta fight the best when you can fight him, bro. Because now this man, 32 years old. Demetrius Andrade, 33, 34, whatever. Now they both got quote unquote injuries and shit.
Watch.
And like it's not good, bro. It's not good for the sport.
Well,
they gonna be known as potential fighters and shit.
Zenit 360, he seems to think that KQKC is making shit up because
KQ don't do that, bro.
Hey,
don't nobody. Matter of fact, don't nobody on this panel do that type of shit, bro. Like y'all hear us talking boxing and arguing and shit. But we just talking boxing. We all got love for each other. And KQ, he ain't lying.
He needs to see screenshots of the ticket sites.
Nah, you can trust KQ word, bro.
He said he needs to see screenshots of the ticket sites.
This ain't even on no boxing shit. He one of the realest people I done came across, bro.
Like KQ ain't gonna make no shit up like that. And
the motherfucker Zenit and Key and the motherfucker Zenit saying I'm making up shit. I got credible sources. Okay, I don't have to make up a damn thing. And if I speak on it, then I mean it. I put my name behind it. And the OG baby, the OG baby. You know me.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's just what I seen. And
Money Brown TV talking that
the tickets ain't doing shit, and you guys know I love the Charlos. Those my guys, right? I love Ronnie Shields. I love the Charlos, but the tickets ain't doing shit. It's just what it is. So Zenit, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but shit, the tickets ain't doing shit.
I should have recorded that shit, bro.
Man, that shit was epic.
That shit was epic. That shit was funny.
Hey, Money, while we on that shit, you gotta do Fred, dog. You gotta do Fred.
I can't even do that nigga right now.
Don't you ever sit down and start doing me, bro. I don't want that shit. Don't keep me sounding on point, bro. Fuck out of here with that
shit. Knockout. I don't want to go backwards because Keon gonna fucking jump on me. So who is the best at 130?
Coach can't let shit go.
Hey, so here's the thing, coach. Here's the thing, and I gotta run, bro. But here's the thing. I think that Tank Davis is the best. But if you got Devin Haney as the best, bro, I'm not gonna say you discrediting Tank. I'm not gonna say you hating on Tank. Or if somebody got Loma as a best, they think Loma can beat everybody. I don't know why they would think that shit. The motherfucker got 2 losses. But if they say he the best, they think he beat Devin. They think he beat Tank. I'm not gonna be like, oh, bro, you just hating on Devin. Like, bro, it's subjective to me. Like, to me, the word best means that there's no doubt, there's no questions that can be asked, and that only happens when you clear out a weight class or you fight the people and there's nothing left but some fucking prospects. For example, Jerron Boots Ennis is right there. Fucking Virgil Ortiz is right there. But Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence, when they fight, that will determine who the best is, because those are the last 2 left. Earl done eliminated all these champions and all the people in his era, and then you got Bud Crawford coming up. He the last one left. For Devin Haney, bro, he is the man. He is the #1 lightweight in the world. But I still think there are some guys that he needs to beat to show that he is the best lightweight in the world. That's the difference to me, bro. I'm not hating on him. I think the world of him. And the last thing I'll say is this right here, bro. The biggest compliment that I can give Devin Haney. We can talk all this shit about Tank Davis. We talk all this shit about Terrence Crawford. All this shit about Canelo. The biggest compliment that you can give a fighter is the one that I'm going to give Devin Haney, and I won't stop giving it to him. If every single fighter in boxing had the mentality and had the attitude and had the confidence and self-belief that Devin Haney has, we would literally get every single fight that we want in boxing. But that don't mean I think that he can beat everybody, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so now, first of all, he has the hardware to show that he's the best. Number 2, he got the attitude because he want to fight everybody to show that he's the best. So right now, Devin Haney is the best.
That's your opinion.
Now your man is with a guy, well, 2 guys. He's with 2 guys who say, fuck that. We worrying about the money. That ain't gonna put no asses in the seat. That ain't gonna make no money for us. This and that. And your guy is going, you know what? You right. Let's fight Pitbull Cruz. Let's not show that I'm the best. So if you think your guy's the best, but your guy don't think he's the best because he's not fighting the best, then how can Devin Haney not be the best because he want all the smoke with every fighter? And he got all the fucking, and before that, he had just one piece of the hardware and calling out all these guys, but none of them were fighting. But now he has all the hardware, and you still got the guy that you like. And don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter. That you like, don't want that fight.
He literally just called for that fight, bro. He literally just said he wants to fight.
Let me read.
I got a dip though, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Coach, call me behind the scenes. You can continue, bro.
Let me read Zitter's super chat. Zitter said, "What the fuck?" He said, "Who the fuck mentioned the question KQKC?" That's my guy. He says, "I generally asked a question. I saw screenshots on shaking my." He said, "Y'all gotta relax and stop getting defensive with everything I say." Goddamn, it's because we fucking with you, argue with everything. So I mean, right off the bat, I'm like, okay, Zenom, he trying to argue about some shit right now. Nah, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. Money still got my chest hurting, man. This nigga Money a fool.
Money retarded, man. That KQ impersonation.
Hey, that motherfucker did. I told that nigga he need to make he need to do a video, a roast video, a YouTube community roast session and shit. Just do everybody, you know what I'm saying? Just do the impersonation of everybody.
Man.
That motherfucker gonna go up.
Man, that nigga that did me, he did Coach, he did Knockout. He did Fred, the nigga that did KQKC. He did, I mean, shit, he did everybody.
Yeah, he cold.
That nigga cold with that shit. He remind me of my pops. My pops could do that shit, man. He had you in tears. Yeah, but man, a great show. Great. Y'all hit the like button. Like I said, hit the like button if y'all ain't hit the like button. Smash on the like. Yeah.
In a couple weeks, there it is. Look at the screen.
Oh shit. Yes, sir. Got the logo, everything. Glove
Okay,
up
then,
boxing.
coach.
Hey, that's the queen, bro. The queen, all of that, bro. She
Yeah,
doing
with the queen and the coach. The coach and the queen.
it is.
That's what's
The
up.
coach and the queen. Glove up boxing with the coach and the queen.
That's
That
what's
shit
up,
finna be
coach.
dope.
We be there in a couple weeks, bro. I'm gonna have all my little areas done up right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
That
gonna
shit finna be fire.
Yeah.
Hey, Jenner said that KQKC impression was on point. We see some niggas, some people they get mad when you know what I'm saying. That shit just, that shit all fun and games to me. Some people don't like that shit when you impersonate them. They be getting mad in the motherfuckers. But yeah, man. Great show. Y'all hit the like button. Let me get y'all last words before we get up out of here, Coach. Let me get your last words.
Hey man, always a pleasure, brother. Always a pleasure. Always fun to debate boxing. You know, I love all the brothers that was on the panel, man. It's just, I know people be like, damn, these motherfuckers is going at it. Yeah, but we all brothers and we all love it.
I gotta be when we can't all agree on shit.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be no fun then. Shit, it ain't
Right.
gonna be fun. But like I said, obviously, my man is the best right now. Right now, my man is the best. I got Devin over everybody at 135, as always. Hopefully, my boy Benavidez get his shot to take all the motherfucking belts from Canelo, because I got him over everybody at 168. And if y'all notice, one thing about me, I like fighters that want to fight the best. All that other shit, all of that, asses in the seats. I'm not with all of that bullshit.
I'm the same way, Coach.
I'm a true boxing fan. I want the best. Even if there's a guy I like, I want him to go fight the guy who say he could beat his ass. And if my guy lose, hey, bro, I'm still with you because you went and made that fight. You went and made that fight to prove that you was the best. You came up short, but guess what? I'm still with you. It's the same thing with Deontay. He fucking lost, and he wanted to fight again. He lost again. But if he come back, I'm still rolling with it because he went out on his shield, number one. Number two, he willing to fight the best. And that's what a sport, every sport, not just boxing, it's to show who is the best. And I can't understand when people make excuses for guys when they sidestep a fighter that's a threat. If you the best motherfucker and you really believe in yourself, you go and show that motherfucker you can't fuck with me. Because that's the school I came from. They didn't have participation trophies when I'm coming up. They didn't have that shit. Nowadays, it's just our society is so different from when I grew up. Back then, you got a fucking championship trophy, and whoever came in second got a little shorter trophy. All that participation shit, that shit didn't come. That shit ain't come around, bro, until all these soft ass people in society come about, bro.
The new generation shit.
Yeah. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, bro, always a pleasure. Love you, brothers, man. Always a pleasure.
Facts, Coach.
Much love, Coach. Hey, man, Stanford McLeod 213. I ain't gonna lie, man. He had me weak in the goddamn comments talking about $10 ringside tickets for Charlo and Selected. Stupid as hell, bro.
And a Whataburger coupon on the back.
Hey, man, y'all crazy as hell, man. OTV, man, let me get your last words and let them know, man, what you got going on.
Man, always a pleasure, bros, man. I love this shit, man. Y'all, boxing is a beautiful sport to love, boy. I'm gonna say that. We gonna be on Loyal to the Game tonight, though. We checking in, so tap in, man. We gonna welcome back Drico. We gonna get the schedule together. We gonna bring Drico back. So It's gonna be a real exciting show, man. I'm really looking forward.
I gotta go over there and fuck with y'all, man. Hey, OTB. Matter of fact, I'm gonna shoot you my number.
Yeah, put it in the link, bro.
I gotta shoot you my number on the gram, and that way, you know, when y'all go on, you just text me because a lot of times I'll be moving around or I don't get the you know, I don't be knowing when y'all be on. So
yeah, send him my number too, dog.
Okay. Yeah, appreciate that. Cause
I'm gonna do it right now when I wrap this show up right now.
You know, I be talking to Drico every now and then.
Hey, I talked to Drico the other day and shit, man.
Man, I was happy when Kwame told me he was coming back tonight. Kwame say he coming back tonight, bro. I say, oh yeah, we about to get it in. Let's get it.
Yeah. Yes, sir,
man. Everybody tap in.
Hey,
Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. That's where you're gonna find OTB, Kwame Brown, and Drico. You might find me and Coach over there too. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure that y'all go sub to Lord to the Game Boxing Talk, and make sure for sure y'all sub to Outside the Box. OTB Boxing Class 101.
Oh, Keno the throwback. Keno the throwback. Keno rename my channel.
OTB Boxing Class 101. Make sure that y'all go sub to because class is now in session.
See more, bro.
What's that, Coach?
I said that last video that he put out, shit was too short, nigga. I wanted to see more, bro.
See, I don't be knowing. I need to hear that, Coach, because I don't be wanting to make them too long. Yeah, what I mean, and
the one with Dev and Kambosos.
Yeah,
that was too short, bro. I need to see more, bro.
I got you. I was rushing with that Dev and Kambosos joint though. I rushed that because I wrecked my cars, man. I wrecked 2 cars last week.
No shit,
nigga.
Back to back, yeah.
I don't want you driving Uber for me ever.
Nah. Man, I'm about to go buy another one, man. I can't do it.
Damn. My man Abdul Anwar say, I'm with you, Coach. Devin versus the field at 135. He says, I didn't like is that, but I respect him because he fought everyone to be fought near his weight class. I think he was saying he didn't like him at first, but he respected him because he fought everyone in his weight class, you know, that he could fight it. But yeah, salute to Abdul.
That's all I asked for a fighter to do. Show that you the best. Fight.
And that's just how I am, man. Like I told Money and Knockout earlier, I've stopped fucking with fighters because how they move. You know what I'm saying? I have. I don't give a damn if you my favorite fighter. If you get to moving like a bitch, well, I'm gonna have to move to the motherfucking left. I can't mess with you.
Hey, see, I'm rubbing off on him, OTB.
I've been like that. I always been like that. That's why me and Money. That's why me and Money used to get into it all the time. I always been like that. You know?
And I just feel like you cheating the sport.
I at one point I was a Triple G fan. He was moving funny. You feel me? At one point, I was a huge Jermall Charlo fan. The motherfucker moving funny. And you know, it's a lot. It's a lot of fighters. I was a huge Danny Garcia fan, you know, until he went years and he was moving funny and ducking and shit. And I stopped fucking with him. But yeah, man, y'all hit the like button. Another great show today. I appreciate everybody that tuned in, everybody that came through, supported the show. And y'all already know how we do. We will be back tomorrow. Like I said, make sure that y'all go sub to OTB Boxing Class 101, and you can find him collaborating tonight. They're going to have a hot show on Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. And be looking out for Coach, right? Coach and the Queen, because he got his channel coming up. And we all gonna run it up as soon as he get his channel. We all gonna run it up. So be looking out. And I got some videos coming out, so be looking out for them also. But y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all. We out.